trained me to do.
Keaton Ivory Wayans, John Voight, Eric Roberts. Most Wanted.
Tuesday at 8, only on UPN 9.
One win. For the Enforcers, it has been the story of their season.
It looked like Chicago had the victory in hand. And who would have thunk it?
I don't like losing to nobody and nothing.
They have only tasted it once, yet they find themselves in the hunt for a playoff spot if they can reach it again. For the Demons, one win is all that they have been able to put together at a time. For each win, a loss. For each high, a low.
Well, it was not to be tonight. Demons come up about 1.5 feet short.
But now, with each team's backs against the wall, both the Enforcers and the Demons can make a move, get back in the race. For each team, the future begins tonight. And it starts with one win.
Lake Michigan, the city of Chicago. On shore sits the venerable Soldier Field, dedicated to those who served their country. It is also a shrine to some of the greatest names in football history: Sayers, Butkus, and Peyton. Welcome, everybody. Week 7 of the XFL concluding tonight when the San Francisco Demons attempt to stick a fork in the Chicago Enforcers.
Now, let's meet tonight's scramblers. For the visiting San Francisco Demons, he has yet to win a scramble, number 28, El Boogie Lee Cole.
That's how we do it.
And for your Chicago Enforcers, just acquired this week, number 30, give it up for Tony McCall. Today's referee is Steve Hammond.
The start is crucial. The dry track. It's a fair start. It's a fair fight. And Chicago comes up with it. Tony McCall. Acquired this week. He's got the ball. Chicago will get their choice. Which one? Hi, everybody, and welcome. Along with Brian Bosworth, I'm Chris Marlowe. Chicago and San Francisco. Great matchup. San Francisco controls its own destiny. If the Demons win their last 4, run the table, they will not only win the West, but they'll have home field advantage, at least in the first round of the playoffs. So it's a big game for San Francisco, but a huge one for the Enforcers. Must-win situation.
The word that describes Chicago's season so far has been snake-bitten. That authored by Coach Ron Myers said anything that could go wrong has gone wrong for Chicago this season. Whether it be starting 3 on the road or whether the rash of injuries on both sides of the ball, whatever the case may be, they ironically find themselves in a playoff hunt as well. They also have to run the table, just like San Francisco, but it starts tonight with a victory against San Francisco.
San Francisco offense got good news this week. Their quarterback, Mike Pulaski, will start. Bad news for the San Francisco defense, however. One of the best running backs in the league, Chicago Enforcer, John Avery, ready to ride. The best quarterback in the league, the best running back in the league. Before a neck injury forced him to the sidelines, Mike Pulaski was leading the XFL in nearly every statistic a quarterback is measured by. Before a thigh injury forced John Avery to miss a crucial game against the Hitmen, he couldn't be stopped.
You think you got him stopped, and then he shoves it right down your guts.
Pulaski returns to the field tonight to reclaim the mantle of best quarterback in the XFL. Avery returns to his old form. Pulaski and Avery, their teams are counting on them to deliver. Tonight, Mike Pulaski out for 2 games. how much will his return invigorate the San Francisco team?
There's no question. He's the field general for the San Francisco Demons. They get energy from Mike Pawlowski. Look for him, not only because of the Chicago Enforcers being so banged up in the secondary, look for him to set the Chicago night on fire.
Chicago's running back is John Avery. Little guy, 5'9", 180 pounds. Tough guy, though, boss.
He's the heart and soul. He's the MVP, and they're going to go back to John Avery football, which is John Avery left, John Avery right, John Avery up the middle, and hopefully for the Enforcers, John Avery down the sideline for a lot of touchdowns because they're going to need it.
Mike Pawlowski, you've missed the last 2 games plus with a neck injury. How's your neck, and how long will it take for you to shake the rust off?
Well, it feels good. I've been practicing the last 2 weeks, so hopefully there won't be any rust.
LA beats Orlando today. How much more pressure is there on you guys to get the job done?
Well, right now we're worried about one game at a time. This is the game of the night. This is where we focus. Avery, last week versus Memphis, every time you touch the ball, you averaged over 10 yards. San Francisco's defense said, hope you enjoyed it. It won't happen tonight.
Tonight ain't even about me. It's for the city of Chicago. They deserve better. We about to get on.
All right, the combatants are ready. Chicago has won the scramble and will defer. Jim Skipper, a veteran of 14 years in the NFL with 3 different teams. First year as a head coach, fiery, enthusiastic, and then longtime veteran. He's been in the biz for 35 years. Ron Meyer, an NFL head coach with 2 different teams. Ron Meyer. The weather, it's cold and getting colder. 37 degrees, the wind chill 23. We have a wind in Soldier Field. What kind of a game would it be in Chicago with no wind? And we're set and ready for the kickoff. Andy Crossland to kick it off for Chicago, and deep to return is Kelvin Anderson.
You know, in a frozen field, that ball is frozen as well.
We're underway on UPN prime time. Anderson backs up. He's got it at the goal line. Kelvin Anderson with a seam, and Anderson breaks it out to the 26-yard line, tackled by John Fisher, a return of 26. So Mike Pawlowski comes out, sat out the last 2 games with a neck injury.
Let's get it done tonight.
The time he went out,
Trio right.
he was the XFL's leading passer. Took all the snaps in practice this week. Boss told us he's ready to go. The neck feels fine. Demons 1st and 10 from their 26. And the ball to Kelvin Anderson. And Anderson gets a couple. Kelvin Anderson. Juan Johnson will not play tonight. Terry Battle will not play tonight, so a lot of pressure on Kelvin Anderson, the running back.
And no question, and he's a new guy. That's part of what they're going to have to do tonight. They need a running back to step up. Kelvin could be that. Right now, they're only averaging 74 yards per game. The offensive line also has to protect the quarterback better. Barnes was harassed all week, all day last week against New York.
Anderson got 3, 2nd and 7. They'll hand the ball to Anderson once again, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage.
The other things they need to do tonight for them to be successful is they're going to have to protect the ball. The 3 losses they have this season have come off of too many turnovers, and they need to challenge the Enforcers deep in the middle. Safeties for the Chicago Enforcers are banged up big time. They lost 2 of their starting safeties last week in the first 9 plays.
So 3rd and 6. San Francisco opening with 2 running plays. San Francisco, the 2nd worst rushing team in the XFL. This time they go with 4 wide receivers. They fumble the football, and it's loose. Let's see if Pawlowski got back on it. And it's a punting situation for the Demons.
So the first 3 plays for San Francisco does exactly what we just... There. Not a good start for San Francisco to start this game.
Mike Panasak is the kicker. Corey Ivy deep for the Enforcers. Enforcers should get good field position.
Panasak kicks that ball tall, too.
That's a beauty. It's a live ball. Here's Ivy breaking a tackle, and he'll bring it back 3 yards. So a 41-yard punt. And here is Kevin McDougal, the Notre Dame school record holder for completion percentage and passing efficiency. He's a veteran of World League football, the CFL, and Arena. He's making his third start since taking over for Tim Lester. He's had good numbers, Boz, but yet to throw a touchdown pass.
He is the X factor. He took the Chicago team's offense in one game, turned them from a one-dimensional team into a three-dimensional team. That's how valuable he is for the offense for Chicago.
And the ball to John Avery, and Avery blasts through on the left side. Avery is 5'9", 180, 25 years old, out of Mississippi. Let's go. Chicago averaging 17 points a game, Boz. Pretty good on the ground, pretty good in the air.
Very balanced, especially over the last couple of weeks. They've really put this offense together with McDougal running the package out there. They just need to get John Avery a little bit more involved in the game early on.
5 yards on first down for John Avery. And the ball to Avery once again. Bounces off a man, breaks to the outside. John Avery, first down and more. John Avery running hard. He's averaging almost 5 yards a carry, which is the tops in the XFL.
And that's right. That leads me into Chicago's success here tonight, as we got to fight down on the 50-yard line. Chicago needs to get Avery the ball any way they can. It starts with Avery. It's going to end with Avery. They need to get McDougal outside containment. His scrambling ability is very dangerous. They need to stay away from third down and long. They need successes on first and second down, and they need to help the defense. No turnovers and make the Demons play the long field. Be smart tonight.
Chicago gets the initial first down of the game. Chicago good field position at their 47. Toss sweep, John Avery. Got a block, breaks to the outside, and gets another 5 yards. So John Avery running hard and running well.
Mike Pulaski, I see your shins wrapped up. What happened?
Every game, just a good cleat.
Won't keep you out?
Won't keep me out.
So far, John Avery, 3 carries for 18 yards. Had 157 in the opening game, which earned him XFL Player of the Week honors.
You know, it's ironic. No defense has really been able to stop John Avery. They've been able to slow him down, and teams have been able to get out in front of him, which kind of stopped him. But nobody has been able to physically stop him.
Avery takes a break. LaShawn Johnson, his replacement, comes in. They hand the ball to Johnson. And Johnson sweeping right side. Gets a good block from one of the wide receivers. And Johnson has a big gainer. He got a great block from Aaron Bailey before he was tackled by Greg Williams. A pickup of 21.
And LaShawn is a great compliment to John Avery. You'll see him. He takes a little counter move here. Comes outside. He's got this little stone step. Buys a little extra time. He's got nobody even touches him for another 15 yards. John Avery and LaShawn Johnson could perhaps be the best 1-2 punch in the backfield in the XFL.
LaShawn Johnson stays in. Another first down for the Enforcers.
Blue 44.
On first down, McDougal hand the ball to Johnson. He blasts up the middle for another 5. So the offensive line working well. Christopher Perez is the left tackle. Brian LaBelle left guard. Rob Murphy's at center. Benny Anderson at right guard. Tony Ramirez is the right tackle. Ty J. Armstrong, we expect to see him mostly at tight end.
And as we go through tonight, I'll talk about each and every one of those linemen. This offensive line for Chicago is so banged up. It's amazing they're even out there tonight.
Chicago averaging 9 yards a carry so far on the ground. 5 carries for 45 yards.
And that against the number 1 rated XFL defense in the league.
191.
Second and 5. McDougal's first pass. Guns it right side. Pass caught. Aaron Bailey. That is McDougal's favorite target. He is the Enforcers' top receiver with 16 catches. He's a 29-year-old out of Louisville.
He's got nifty little moves. You got to respect his speed. It's just a quick turnaround route. And Dwayne Harper plays out as best he can. He's playing tight coverage, but he's got to respect his speed.
5 belly on 2. Ready?
There is Dwayne Harper, the oldest player in the XFL at 34. He'll be 35 next month.
Look for a cutback here with John Avery off tackle.
And he's matched up against Bailey, who's in deep motion. Someone jumped. And that play is dead.
That was a hard count by Kevin McDougal. He got San Francisco jumping off sides there. It's a free play. It's a good job. The hard count for Kevin.
Let's go, man. Stop walking.
That's a baller.
Pass to the snap, encroachment, defense number 55. 5-yard penalty, it's still first down.
I think you're getting a little frustration on the part of San Francisco because they're not used to giving this many yards up this early in the game. But they also haven't played against Chicago.
So the San Francisco defense on its heels, huffing and puffing early. Chicago driving down the field, 8-10 first quarter, no score. But Chicago in scoring position. John Avery comes back in for LaShawn Johnson. And the ball to Avery, bounces it outside, breaks through a tackle, and he's about a yard or two short of the first down. John Haskins and Kevin Casebeharn coming up to make the tackle. You know, Boz, why football players like to fight?
Why do they like to fight? There's so much testosterone when you put that hat on and you go out there. You don't like somebody else getting in your face, in your grill, telling you or showing you up. And that John Avery told us this week that nobody's going to run harder, nobody's going to fight harder than he is on that football field. Even in that little package, big package, small packages get big explosions, and that's what you get with John Avery.
2nd and 2. LaShawn Johnson to the goal line.
We're going to call him down right on the 1 foot line. They have methodically pressed this ball all the way down the field against San Francisco. This is a straight run right up the middle.
To the Chicago Enforcers. The 9th play of this drive. They've run 7 times, Boz, passed once. And now they'll attempt to jam it into the end zone.
No sense in passing when they can't stop the run.
1st and goal. And that is a touchdown. Chicago uses Charles Wiley, their short yardage back. He scores his 2nd touchdown this year.
On 2 carries, because that's the 2nd time he's touched the ball this year. They like him down in the red zone, especially against that inside package that they like to run. Charles Wiley's a big 6'1", 220-pounder out of Georgia Tech. He knows how to bang it inside.
Let's go. Good job, O-line. Close it in. Jumbo left. 17, first down. Ready?
Extra point try coming up. LaShawn Johnson, Charles Wiley, both in the backfield. Johnson. And he's not going to get there. Good pursuit by the San Francisco defense. Haskins, one of the men there, along with Casebeharn.
Willie Tate gets his hand off. It's just a big push up the middle. Unfortunately, Willie's one of those victims because he has to play behind LaShawn and John Avery. He's a really talented fullback.
A very impressive drive by Chicago. They lead it 6-0. You're watching the XFL on UPN.
You're watching the XFL on UPN.
I'm Dick Brennan. After the game on UPN 9 News, tragedy outside a church. A man shoots his estranged wife to death, then kills himself. They leave behind 5 children. Also, terror on the tracks. 9 cars of a high-speed Amtrak train derail. Dozens of passengers are thrown from their seats. At least 1 person is killed. And one of the founders of the Mamas and the Papas is dead. We'll look back at the career of John Phillips and the music that defined the 1960s. Join us. That's tonight after the game.
XFL football brought to you by your Quality Ford store, home to 5 of the 10 best sellers in America, and by Hyundai, where driving is believing. Test drive one at your local Hyundai dealer today.
It just looked like I was kissing her. Wants me in. Baby, what are you doing? Come on, baby. I can explain. I don't even. These aren't mine. Whose are these?
Just in case you find yourself needing a little extra room, Ford Focus has more cargo space than anything else in its class. And now get a Ford Focus starting at $12,970 plus up to $500 cash.
Okay. All right, it's not what you think. Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Visit your Tri-State Quality Ford store today.
Oh, baby, come on.
Get ready to have some fun.
There's trouble on the View.
Join comedian Louis Anderson every weekday on Family Feud.
Weekdays at 4, only on UPN 9.
The raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red.
The Sonata from Hyundai, with the freedom of America's best warranty plan. 10 years, without a care in the world.
Get 0.9% APR financing on the Sonata now.
Why do you watch UPN 9 News at 10?
Next on UPN 9 News,
Rollins Smith, bringing you the day's top stories every weeknight at 10, only on UPN 9 News.
This one is Mugutushu.
Number 23. 6-0, Chicago leading San Francisco. Here in Chicago, a very important game in the XFL playoff-like atmosphere. James Williams on the left, Jamie Baisley on the right. We asked them how much it meant to them.
We have to win the rest of the games in order to make it to the playoff. And we have the talent to do it. And just got to have a sense of urgency on both sides of the ball.
We're still in it. It's kind of scary to say that, but we're 1-5, and the way this league set up, the second-place team, from each conference makes the playoffs.
Two key players on defense tonight. Williams for the Demons and Baisley for the Enforcers. San Francisco goes 3 and out, and then the Enforcers go 66 yards, 9 plays, 8 of them on the ground. Here is Kelvin Anderson. We expect to see a lot of Anderson tonight with the injuries to Terry Battle and Juan Johnson.
Deuce, deuce.
Anderson brings it back 20 yards, and Mike Pulaski, 2 runs, an incomplete pass, and a punt. Do you expect them to change their philosophy?
No, I wouldn't throw it away yet. I mean, I talked to Coach offensive coordinator, Coach Papa, and he believes that they should be able to run right at Chicago, and he wants to try to isolate their linebacker, and he's going to try to do that tonight. They really need to get that started if they're going to open up that passing game.
Blue 90.
First down, Jamie Reeder in motion. He's mostly a blocking back. James Roberson in the flat, and he is banged from behind. Lost the ball momentarily. Brian Roberson, he had 12 catches in his first game, with the game we did, Boz, in LA. Had a couple of fumbles, though. Hasn't fumbled since, getting a lot of double coverage.
Absolutely. He's one of the most dangerous receivers on San Francisco's team. He's got so much quickness and speed, and you got to really respect that. So you can't play him too tight unless you got somebody on the other side who can run just as fast and is just as quick. They got Corey Ivy on him right now.
Second down, Anderson hit, breaks a tackle, runs right over a man.
He runs right over Jamie Baisley, but Baisley comes in here on a storm blitz and Cole cocks him.
Yeah.
But he got to wrap him up. It's a great hit.
He got rained out on the storm blitz.
Comes right up, reads it well. But Kelvin did a great job of just bouncing off and getting some extra yards.
Fish strong left, F-Mo, 50 Sting Memphis. Oh, ready?
He's a very intense player, Jamie Baisley is.
5 yards on the carry, first down. So the initial first down of the game for the San Francisco Demons. In motion is Brandon Young. Everybody out in the pattern. Pulaski throwing deep into double coverage. It's intercepted.
Quincy Coleman comes down with that. Unbelievable in double coverage. I could see double coverage if I had a big fat guy standing in front of me. Mike Pulaski should not have thrown that ball. He wasn't under a whole lot of pressure. He just didn't. I don't think he took the time to see second receiver. He was nowhere close to open.
7th interception this year for the Chicago Enforcers. Enforcers defense,
that's very
coming up solid. The U.S. Army presents Victories in Life. Tonight we look at Orlando Raid's quarterback, Jeff Brom.
Shante Carver came in and just swinging his clock. He's still down.
Is this or is this not the XFL? And the answer is yes. Do I or do I not have a pulse? And yes, I do, so let's go play football.
Amazingly, he'll start tonight after a punishing shot that knocked him out.
A lot of people can play when you're healthy, but can you play when you're banged up and injured? And, that's the real question when it comes to quarterback, is going out there playing under fire when maybe you're not feeling the way you want to and still getting the job done.
As we're making our way up the hill, entering the rifle range, I can hear gunshots echoing in the distance. I hear the drill sergeant explaining the safety procedures over the loudspeaker.
Once you have that magazine, lock it.
I'm a little bit nervous because I've never done this before.
Let you both go forward.
I'm hearing my heart racing. I'm trying to concentrate on steadying my breathing. We spend a lot of time on marksmanship training.
Left side is ready.
It's all about precision and confidence.
Right side is ready.
If I hit 36 out of 40 targets today, I'll be an expert.
Safe to semi.
That's what I want to do.
Log on. Watch Michelle hit the mark. Only at GoArmy.com.
Before a Buell motorcycle can reach the production stage, it must undergo extensive testing on the road, on the track, and on the dyno. Although occasionally our engineer will put the bike through his own standard evaluation. The grin test. Demo ride a Buell American motorcycle. Visit Buell.com for the nearest dealer.
The XFL on UPN is brought to you by the United States Army, an army of one. By Buell American Motorcycles. To win one, visit XFL.com. And by Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Last night in New York, there was a thriller. The New York, New Jersey Hitmen and the Memphis Maniacs, it all came down to the final minute of play.
$100,000 play. $100,000 split to the winning team. This is a $100,000 play.
He's going to have to run it.
Wally, back to throw. The pass. Oh, touchdown! Zola Davis!
Zola Davis. Oh, man.
Zola Davis with a $100,000 catch. And New York about to win the first game at home this season.
Brian Bosworth, that was a $100,000 play. Las Vegas easily beating Birmingham, a very impressive performance. New York squeezing by Memphis, and today a shocker, Los Angeles knocking off previously undefeated Orlando. The Outlaws defense allowing just 17 rush yards. They are a tremendous defense. The Hitman, Wally Richardson, has really come into his own. Tommy Maddox, another big game.
Funny, two things there. The X factor there for New York is going to be Drew Pearson.
Okay.
His insurgence into that team has given them excitement. Now, I don't think that's a shock there in L.A. L.A. is a good football team. And that could be the preview of the big game at the end right there.
First quarter, just over 4 minutes remaining. Chicago leading San Francisco 6-0. Interestingly, San Francisco favored in this game by the bookmakers, a 2-point line, Boz.
They're going to have to play a lot better to get back into this game. This goes back into the defense. What they got to do on defense is slow Chicago down. Are they stuck?
Avery stuck. It looked like his elbow was stuck in the grill of the big man,
hey, that happens.
number 92, Abdul Salam Noah.
That's one way to slow Avery down. They got to contain him, and one of the things they got to do in the passing game, especially put a spy on him. And they got to keep McDougal in the pocket, and then I'll finish it up after this play.
Blue 44. Blue
Chicago 44. Has been able to run effectively so far on this San Francisco defense. Right up the middle goes Avery. Gets a block before he's wrapped up by Craig Powell. John Avery is so valuable in so many ways. You look at what he can do. First, yards per carry, 5 touchdowns, total yards, yards per catch. He might be the leader in total yards, but he's missed one game.
That's right. He does it all for Chicago. He is their MVP, their heart and soul. And when Avery's got the ball, you really got to just hold your breath if you're a defensive player, because it's really hard because he's so small and compact to try to get a good hit on him. So you just want to try to get all your guys around him, try to pursue the ball, and try to force him out of bounds, but you can't let him have the big play. He's had a lot of big plays this season.
Going to be just short of the first down, so Ron Myers sends in his jumbo unit. 3 tight ends, Ty J. Armstrong, Tim Martin, and Willie Tate. So the big uns are in there. There's one of the big guys. That's Tim Martin, a 24-year-old out of Tulsa.
Now, one of the things that Ron Myers told us yesterday, that he's going to go ahead and try to be tricky. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the spot to do it. You got third down and short, you know, but you got the running game, you got the momentum, and he might just go ahead and open it up and see if he can't go deep here.
Ron Meyer from the old school of football. Crusty, knowledgeable, glib. A very interesting interview. So it's a third and very short. Let's see how the enforcers play it. 3 running backs. They're all in there. Johnson, Wiley. And it's a massive pile-up. McDougal with the sneak. Let's see if he got it. And the announcer says first down.
Now, the other thing that San Francisco really needs to do tonight and concentrate, especially on defense, is they can't give up the easy score. McDougal has a strong arm, and he will go deep. Leverson might be a favorite target. He's averaging 30 yards per grab, and they need to stay alert. A 1-in-5 team has 0 to lose. So watching Chicago to come out and be tricky, too.
6-0 Chicago. It's a flea flicker. McDougal throwing long. He's got a man out there. Pass incomplete. Well, we got a marker down. The pass was short, intended for Junior Lord. It was underthrown, but Lord able to draw the flag. So, Boss, you called it a little, what'd you say, debauchery?
Huh?
No, trickery.
Little trickery.
There you go. Kevin Case-Beharn.
Well, I know Coach Ron Myers. He used to coach at SMU during the time when I was in high school in Dallas, and I used to love to watch the Pony Express. Man, you never knew what was going to happen with Eric Dickerson and Craig James, and it was fun to watch him because he always opened things up. He's a flashy guy. He loves the big plays. He sets him up with a run for the first series. Here he is, gets plenty of time to throw the ball. Kevin, unlike Kevin, has a much bigger arm than that. Maybe he didn't think he was that open that far downfield.
First and goal at the 7. LaShawn Johnson is cracked at the 5, met head on. So Johnson running hard. LaShawn Johnson is 30 years old now, a big star at Northern Illinois.
Was coached by one of my coaches at Oklahoma. One of the big knocks on LaShawn Johnson, if there is one, he runs so hard, but he runs so straight up. He takes so many big shots, and you just saw one right there.
Johnson got the ball to the 4, mark it at the 4, so it's 2nd and goal from the 4. And Kevin McDougal says, give me a TO, baby. So McDougal takes time out.
I didn't have enough time.
6-0 is our score. Chicago leading the Demons.
Hi, my name is Shanna, and I was born and raised in Donnersburg, Illinois. Since the age of 3, I've been extensively studying dance. I'm also a very competitive person. I competed in the Junior Olympics for rhythmic gymnastics. Currently, I'm a college student studying and working towards my degree in the medical field. When I'm not studying about my extensor digitorum longus, and now I'm giving it all I've got is an XFL cheer to help those enforcers kick some demon butt.
And so far, the enforcers are doing just that. They lead here. Shanna's got him going. It's 6-6.
My official title is Touchdown Boogie Coordinator. Now, to me, it's not the end zone. It's the groove zone. Move those hips! Move it! I'm hard on my guys because it takes commitment. There you're getting it! There you're getting it! Scoring is just a way to get them into the end zone. Strike a pose, baby. Then, good job. It's showtime.
Bud Light celebrates those who like to celebrate.
Winning isn't everything. Shaking a righteous booty, that is.
That keeps the shut down. They got you loving the sound. That mean you ride to a home run. To walk the asphalt. To pull in the pain. To make a narrow escape. Truly electrified. Your eyes on the prize. Make sure you don't fall when you're having a ball. Keep it moving in the clubs. The daylight love.
was fun.
Yes, no.
Not anymore, though, is it?
Zero fun, sir.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game.
Remember the Titans.
We are changed.
Available to own on video and Disney DVD Tuesday, March 20th.
How can I tell you I love you? I got you.
I love you. You should know.
It's real. Brian does not make house calls. Save big bucks now. 1-800-CALLATT for collect calls.
The weekend warrior. He doesn't play for money. He doesn't play for glory. He plays for the love of the game.
No, we don't. We do it for them.
If it's a legal procedure you want, score with Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. Stacker 2 can help burn fat offsides, build a tight end, get your backfield in motion, and give you the energy needed for the sack. Stacker 2, voted this year's most valuable fat burner.
Monsters are real.
Watch out!
And this April, they're laying the smacketh down.
I heard it really kicked your ass.
Bite me. Special Unit 2, coming April 11th to UPN.
And now, Burger King presents the XFL Offensive Player of the Week. In the land of burgers, Whopper is king. Memphis Maniacs quarterback Jim Druckenmiller went crazy on the Enforcers defense in a 29-23 win. Druckenmiller threw for an XFL record 413 yards and 3 touchdowns, including the game winner with just 20 seconds left. That was the Burger King XFL Offensive Player of the Week. In the land of burgers, Whopper is king.
Jim Druckenmiller last week came up big. He almost came up big in New York. He's the thing, the reason why Memphis has been playing so well. He's got that strong arm. He sees the field so well. He's a mobile quarterback for somebody who says he doesn't have a lot of mobility. He's done a good job in Memphis.
All right, here we go. Kevin McDougal has a 2nd and goal. The Enforcers leading 6-0. John Avery is the running back.
Black 99. Black 99.
Demons blitz. Hand the ball to Avery. Avery bottled up. Back the other way he goes. And he's snowed under at about the 3.
And he is slippery as an eel. He goes out as fast as he can to the flat. And there's nobody out there, but he has enough presence of mind and enough vision that he cuts it back. He finds those little lanes that allows him to not take a loss and get as much as he can.
Half left. Half left. Quick. 2:21 on 1. Ready?
You're gonna get a quick 90 action. You got 2:21. You get a hitch and 2 slants. So look for something quick in the end zone over a 3-step drop. You got a
blitz. McDougal throws. The pass is knocked down.
You got a blitz on that and knock that down.
Carl Hansen got his hands up. And now Chicago will bring out the field goal unit.
That's a bit of a victory for San Francisco because the big play to set them up down deep in San Francisco's territory. They come away with only 3. That's a good job for Jim Skipper's defense.
I agree. So here is Andy Crossland. He's 4 of 7 this year. This is well within his range. He's a good short field goal kicker. This will be a real shorty at 21 yards.
Sometimes those short ones are the ones that scare you the most. And that one's got blocked.
Oh, there they go!
And
San Francisco is heading to the house. San Francisco is going to score a touchdown. It is number 24, Dwayne Harper.
The old man can still do it. At 34 years old, where he go? Picks the ball up on a blocked field goal and turns the momentum around just like that.
Dwayne Harper, he told us in meetings yesterday that he still runs a 4.5, and it looked like it, Boz.
Look, every bit of that right there. You couldn't have come at a better time. I told you, those short field goals is what scares you. And it goes back to tell you that San Francisco's hungry, and they don't even give up on the small little field goals like that to come in and try to block. That's a big, huge play for San Francisco, and this is a very important extra point.
So Dwayne Harper goes 79 yards. The Demons straight up the middle, and we'll be tied at 6. Anderson cannot get the 3 yards. Nathan Davis makes the tackle.
What a heartbreaker for Chicago.
6 seconds remaining, first quarter. We're tied at 6. We'll return to Chicago. You're watching the XFL on UPN.
Be real, be free, BK for you.
At Burger King, we got nothing but love for you. So now, every time you buy a tasty flame-broiled Whopper, take your pick of something free. Free bacon and cheese on your Whopper, or a free frozen Coke, or a free Hershey's pie. Feeling free? Yeah, we're feeling it too.
Be good, to go, BK for you.
If you can't stop here, stop here for 25% off the regular price of Midas VSD brake pads and shoes. They've got a lifetime guarantee, and they're the best we've ever offered. They're quieter, they stop faster, and last longer. And if they wear out, we'll provide you with new ones at no charge for as long as you own your car. So for 25% off VSD brakes, go Midas.
If your legs bent the other way, what would chairs look like? If aliens are of a higher intelligence, why do they abduct the dumbest people? If a cow laughs, does milk come out of its nose? If the mini-mart is open 24 hours, why are there locks on the door? The kick of fruit juice and Starburst will get your brain asking, what if? Starburst, get your juices going.
As we're making our way up the hill, I can hear gunshots echoing in the distance.
Let's go, soldiers. You will not have a whole lot of time.
Fires, once you had that magazine.
Rocket, contender coordinates,
I'm a little bit nervous because I've never done this before.
left side is ready. Right side is ready. The middle is ready.
It's all about precision and confidence.
Log on. Watch Michelle hit the mark. Only at GoArmy.com.
And now, the hit of the week is brought to you by Lugs, the boots and shoes with an attitude, because you never know what you might run into.
Davey Beasley just almost beheaded Damian Dotson.
That was the Lugs hit of the week, featuring the Lugs Frenzy. Be careful out there.
Go back and look at that replay on the block. Does a bad job. Benny Anderson does a bad job. Carl Hansen comes inside, does a swim move, and knocks down a third down pass, knocks down the field goal. Talk about getting snake bit. How about a cobra coming up and biting the Chicago enforcers on a fourth down when they're going up by 9, and now it's tied.
And Jim Skipper says, yeah, my guy's going to the house. So first quarter dominated by Chicago, but what do the enforcers have to show Boz? A 6-6 tie.
And that's been the story of their season. Their offense plays very well. Unfortunately, there's always something that happens that keeps Chicago from taking complete control of football games.
You saw Carl Hansen. He knocked down the big third down play and then blocked the punt. Here is Corey Ivy.
He's got a lane.
And Ivy out past the 30 to the 35, tackled by Kevin Case-Beharn. We're coming back to Chicago right after these messages from your local stations. You're watching the XFL on UPN.
You're watching the XFL on UPN.
Want to find out what's so funny?
Yes!
Tune into UPN9 weeknights at 6 to check out the wacky world of Moesha.
Check me out.
Next, find out what those crazy twins are up to on Sister Sister.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
At 7, for more laughs, catch the hilarious Jamie Foxx Show.
Anything else would be uncivilized.
Then, look out for the
Deputy Mayor in Heat.
Have fun with Michael J. Fox on Spin City.
Now who's with me?
Get in on the laughs. Weeknights starting at 6, only on UPN 9.
So what's the cure for the winter blues? It's Spirit Airlines, of course. From LaGuardia, choose Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Fort Myers, Melbourne, and Myrtle Beach. Not to mention low fares to Detroit and LA, with 2 flights daily starting May 9th. From Newark, great low fares to Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, West Palm Beach, and Myrtle Beach. Call Spirit Airlines today at 1-800-772-7117 or online at spiritair.com.
Catch the spirit of Spirit Airlines.
Wynn gets the ball deep in his own end zone. He's out to the 5, the 10, 15. Finally brought down for 22 yards. Wow, he really took a shot to the groin during that run back. He's up and off the field. But knows he's got the all breathing a sigh of relief. Especially after you know, we hear a lot about guys who blown out knees, ankles, blown out groins.
I know you think I'm stupid.
I know you don't care about me. I know what's going on. Yo sé lo que está pasando. I know you think I'm weak.
I know you want to control me.
I know you're trying to buy me. Tell Big Tobacco.
I know.
You know they're trying to buy you.
I know about the lies.
I know.
I know.
Not for sale. You know what they're doing. Tell Big Tobacco, not for sale.
Let's now check on XFL action earlier today. Orlando and Los Angeles, brought to you by Bud Light.
Expected 3 wide receiver sets, 4 wide receiver sets starting off for the Rays. Nate Taylor punting, taken by Damon Gibson, finds a room. He's at the 50. Look out! The kick of the beat. And he now it's 3rd and goal. Maddox looking left. There's the slant. Touchdown, McDonald. You heard it. Wow, 1st and goal from the 8. Look out, another slant. Touchdown, LA. This time again, it's Darnell McDonald.
Big win for Los Angeles. There's the big man on canvas at the moment, Carl Hansen. He has a PBU and a BK. You got that, boss?
Yes,
PBU and a BK?
Yes, I do. PBU is a block pass and a BK is a block kick.
There you go.
And you can get any easier block kick than that.
McDonald will throw a rope. It's complete at the 50 for a first down. Aaron Bailey, who spent 5 years with the Indianapolis Colts, coming up with a catch. 17 yards on the completion. McDougal to Bailey. Receivers like McDougal. He's tall. He's got a presence. He's got some scrambling ability.
And he sees the entire field, and because he buys time back there with his versatility of being able to run, he can check the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd receivers in a package.
The enforcers have moved up and down the field at will.
Blue 44.
But we're tied at 6. John Avery. That's back to the outside. John Avery through a hole. And he's got a first down. John Avery tackled by Kevin Casebeharn. Toby Wright coming up. He gets 12.
And that's the dangerous thing with John Avery, because when you do your job on the play side, he don't care. He'll cheat and go to the backside. His vision is so wide, he sees the entire field and a lot of the people in the stands as well. He can tell you he's sitting in row 12.
First down, Chicago.
Black 22.
Oh, that's ugly.
And we've got movement on the offensive line. Well, John Avery is a man who has played in the NFL. He has been an outstanding football player, and he plays because he loves it.
Guys come in and say, man, we thought you were about 220 when we looked at you on film. Our coach said you were 6'2". I was like, nah, I'm 5'9", about 180. But at the same time, I think that my heart shows more than anything. When you see me play, you see a guy that just loves to play football. You don't see guys out there saying, hey, I want to be out here because I'm on TV. No, I want to be out here because it's football, and I belong, I belong to football.
John Avery.
This is what I'm a part of.
Kevin McDougal hits his man Bailey, and Bailey down the sideline. McDougal to Bailey. We've got another fight. Hard to think clearly when your fists are clenched.
And Aaron beat Kevin Casebeharn, who was burned last week on a big play against New York. He was burned on that flea flicker down in the goal line and cost him the interference penalties. Kevin's got to play a lot better.
So Bailey
he takes a lot of chances. That's his problem.
Having a big night so far. 3 catches for Bailey for 45 yards. John Avery.
There he is again.
Scooting. Avery inside the 10.
He's got moves Michael Jackson to be envious of.
John DeWitt coming up to make the tackle. So John Avery
Now, the
is on his way to a big game. He's got 9 carries for 50 yards already.
And the one thing that he told us yesterday was that he puts so many moves on, he gets tired. So that's why he spells himself a lot. He's going over to get himself some oxygen, a little bit of agua.
LaShawn Johnson cracks a hole on the right side.
You see what I mean? He runs in there so straight up. I mean, it's very effective. And he makes the highlight reel. Unfortunately, it's the defensive highlight reel because everybody's getting a good shot on the guy.
I tell you, he's a survivor, though.
Absolutely.
4 years in the NFL, contracted lymphoma in 1998, and beat it.
Up left,
now back playing football.
And he's got such an upbeat mentality. He never gets, every time I see him, he's got a smile on his face.
Enforcers content to keep it on the ground. Their offensive line is controlling. And it's a touchdown. LaShawn Johnson.
And San Francisco is shocked because nobody does this for him. But the 1-2 punch of John Avery and LaShawn Johnson, they don't have the answer for that tonight. Not yet, at least.
The Chicago offensive line is chewing up the San Francisco defensive line. We should tell you that Eric England is out. He cannot play tonight, so it's kind of a reshuffled defensive line.
They've had to reshuffle. The other guy that's out that's very important is Dave Thomas, which is the guy in the middle, and that play right there went straight up the pipe.
Johnson and Wiley, the running backs. San Francisco confused. They're scrambling. And Johnson reaches. Has he got it? He's got the extra point.
And those extra points are so important. And LaShawn Johnson knew it. He's going to take a little bit of the frozen tundra back over to the sideline.
97 rushing yards already for Chicago.
This is him after going for the 6. He fights to get the 6, and then he comes back. He caps it off with a cherry on top. Looking at that touchdown again. He comes back with a touchdown. Here's the extra point, reaches over, and he gets that all-important extra point.
Hey! LaShawn, you guys are running up and down on these guys. As long as you don't have to kick a field goal, you're in good shape. The guys up front are doing a great job. As long as they keep moving people, we're going to score, baby. You are smoking out there. Thank you.
The Enforcers are running wild here at Chicago Soldier Field. 11:15 to go, first half. Chicago leading 13-7.
They are smoking.
Smoking.
Yo, it's the XFL that keeps the shut down. They got you loving the sound. That mean you ride to a home run. To walk the asphalt. To pull in the pain. To make a narrow escape. Truly electrified. Keep your eyes on the prize. Make sure you don't fall when you're having a ball. Keep it moving in the clubs. The daylight loves.
There is an easier way to get an XFL football. Come to Pep Boys and get an official size and weight XFL football free with a Castrol motor oil case purchase or oil change. Only at Pep Boys.
Hi, Tom Bodette. When did you see the light?
Oh, going over to Phoenix. We wanted to rest up for the game, and suddenly it was so clear. Motel 6. I think it's great.
Well, you gotta call them like you see them. Call us and see the light for yourself.
6 friends made a bet to see who could stay single the longest. Then, Natalie came along.
Let's swap some bodily fluids, baby. This girl is Wonder Woman.
On March 30th. Oh, no, I hate sushi. Brace yourself.
You're a fun date, aren't you?
For the most outrageous comedy of the year.
Sorry!
Tomcats, rated R. Opens everywhere March 30th.
That girl, the one at the register, she takes me. Mm-hmm. No, check it out. She gave me this frozen Coke for free.
A Whopper says free food tastes a lot like love. Buy a Whopper and get your choice. Cheese and bacon topping, Hershey pie, or frozen Coke. Free.
You do know you're a moron, right?
In the land of burgers, the flame-broiled Whopper is king.
The XFL on UPN is brought to you by Love's, the boots and shoes with an attitude, since you never know what you might run into. Love's, boots and shoes. By Pep Boys, cars like us, people love us. By Tomcats, a new film from Columbia Pictures, opens everywhere March 30th. And by Burger King. In the land of burgers, Whopper is king.
Back at Chicago's Soldier Field, along with Brian Bosworth, Chris Raggi, and Michael Barkan. I'm Chris Marlowe. Chicago has controlled the game. They've scored on 2 solid drives, utilizing the rushing of John Avery and LaShawn Johnson. San Francisco has scored on a 79-yard return of a blocked kick. And Chicago kicking off, utilizing the bouncer, and it's taken by one of the up men, Sean Manuel, who gets it up to the 7. Not only have the Hughleys moved to a new time, but tomorrow night an uninvited house guest is moving in. Take a look.
Just wait until you meet Sally's mom. She's judgmental, obnoxious, bitter, and she's always standing there with a sour look on her face.
You mean like this sour?
You can see the Hughleys tomorrow at their new time, 8:30, 7:30 Central, following Moesha right here on UPN. UPN primetime football. Glad you're with us. A game with playoff ramifications. San Francisco in white trying to get its offense cranked up. This is an offense that scores 17 points a game. Jimmy the Jet Cunningham with his first reception. And Mike Pulaski trying to get his rhythm back after sitting out 2.5 games.
The problem is I've only had 7 plays. I've got 19 yards. One of the plays has been a fumble snap. The other one an interception. So they're completely out of rhythm.
Go!
Kelvin Anderson, and Anderson stops after a short game.
You're going to come aboard now, baby.
Defensive end Carl Hansen, they're running up and down the field on you guys. They've almost got 100 yards on the ground against the Demons defense. What are you going to do?
You know, we just need to get off our blocks. The offensive line isn't really coming off the ball. They're grabbing a hold of us and letting their 2 big backs create.
Also, how can you limit big play? They're big plays.
I think they loosened up, didn't really think we were going to rush in the kick, and I got through and blocked one, and we scored on it.
John Avery's already had a big game. And the Chicago Enforcer defense coming up big. Sterling Palmer out of Florida State, and Aaron Humphrey tackling Anderson. And they're talking some stuff, Boz.
No question. They're excited down there.
Let's go, baby.
Enforcer, they've been maligned, Boz, this Enforcer defense.
Yeah, they have been. And probably one of the reasons is the design is the design of the defense is to attack opponents. But they changed halfway through the season from a 3-4 to a 4-3, so it really screwed them up mentally.
Chicago offense a little bit screwed up on that one.
Well, it's a 4th down play, and San Francisco was going to go for it. So it's a good timeout by Chicago.
Hey, when y'all run up home, watch yourself. You need to take a dirty shot. All right? Watch yourself. You better than that. You better than that.
Yeah, I know. It's time.
Hey, Mike. It's time out. Get over there. Listen. We're doing no miles. Yeah. That was just get them there and punt. All right.
They're just going to try to hard count them.
Then we're going to punt. And you guys got to hang tight, man. We're going to do this.
No moss. Don't move.
Better than that.
Go.
We are.
To your left, no moss. Ready? Wide off here. Go wide off.
Little Spanish there for nobody move because it's not a play. And if they don't get them jumping off sides, they'll just go ahead and call timeout or take the penalty and punt the ball.
Nobody's moving.
They ain't stupid, and their brains ain't frozen in Chicago.
The Enforcers show a little discipline under Ron Meyer. And a punting situation.
Yeah, it's on me.
That would have worked part of the timeout, but the key to that play right there was Chicago calling timeout, getting their wits about them, calming themselves down, and talking about that very situation right there.
Punt, move back 5 and punt.
Doesn't hurt San Francisco at all. They'll just play the deep field here, try to get a good punt out of Panasac, try to pin him back deep, and hope that that #1 defense can go back there and do something right for a change.
Just go over it again. You don't have a base, so that's confused.
Corey Ivy is deep. Panasac to kick.
Whoa, it's blocked. It's going the other way.
And
Panasac to be the first one to get it.
They're grappling. Here comes Panasac. Let's see what he does with it. He hang on to it.
He eats it is what he does.
He's out at the 20. Charles Wiley was the man who got the block.
Actually, Charles Wiley pushed Terrence Joseph into Mac Panasac. It was Terrence Joseph's backside that blocked that punt. Again, Terrence Joseph's butt gets the assist.
Let's check it out. Oh, Wiley, you're exactly right, boss. But you got to give Wiley some credit.
Absolutely.
He jammed him right into Panasac.
Terrence Joseph's got to be a lot more physical. You're going to play the up back right there. You got to cut him. You can't get driven back into your punter like that.
So Chicago cooking again here. The Chicago Enforcers leading 13-6 in great field position.
All the big plays are coming from Chicago tonight, with the exception of the blocked field goal.
Avery into the line, short gain.
He just disappeared.
John DeWitt, activated this week, makes the tackle. Avery was telling us how last week he tried to put the hit on Shante Carver. Carver was coming around the end. He said, I hit that big guy in the belly, and he wasn't coming around so fast. After a while. I'm small, but I can rip guys.
191 on 1, ready?
Avery averaging over 5 yards a carry.
Look for a pass here. You're going to get a hitch, and you get a...
Green 88! Green 88! On each side, hunt!
McDougal with a 3-step drop. Bailey breaks away. Bailey, touchdown!
He's dancing in the end zone!
It's a wonderful life for Aaron Bailey. An 18-yard catch and run.
He did that 191, did that little hitch pass.
Hey, what, boss? Kevin McDougal looks very, very sharp.
That's Kevin McDougal's first touchdown pass right there. He sees something out there that San Francisco's giving him.
Jumbo right, F6 on 1, ready?
3 years he played behind Rick Meyer at Notre Dame, and for 3 years he thought he should be starting. Got his chance when they took out Tim Lester.
Green 22!
Going for one here. McDougal pressure, that's trouble, and down he goes. Jermaine Miles jumping on top of him.
Lance him like corn.
That's all right.
Take another look at this touchdown, just a little quick hit. You can't play that far off, Kevin Casey-Horn. You got to come up. I know Aaron Bailey's got some moves, but you can't give him a 10-yard cushion when you're that deep and you got no help.
Casey-Horn's had a rough couple of weeks.
Here the extra point. He just didn't have enough time to let that play develop. Jermaine Miles comes in and plants him like corn.
No. You get sunshine. That's you, baby. That's you.
McDougal, 4 of 5 for 67 yards, all to Bailey.
Hi, I'm Shelby, and this is my horse, Zach. I've been a horse lover since I was 8 years old, and I've been showing the quarter horse circuit for 5 years. One day, hopefully, Zach here will win us a national championship title. But when I'm not getting down on the farm, I'm getting down on the sidelines for the Chicago Enforcers.
Oh, yeah, Shelby. You could be into a little horsing around, couldn't you, boss?
I love horses, and one of these days I'm going to get a horse for my little girl.
As a touchdown boogie coordinator, I'm called upon to be a miracle worker. Like this one kid, Nebraska. This guy is rhythmless.
What do you think you're doing?
So, I worked on him, broke him down.
That's a chicken, but it's not funky.
Build him back up until the moment that I saw him out there, I was proud like a father. When a father sees his little boy grow up and become a ballet dancer.
Bud Light celebrates those who like to celebrate.
Inevitably, there will come a time in your life when you realize you need a cell phone. And when that time comes, we'll be here.
Your car never nags. It never complains about how much time you spend with the guys. It thinks a little gas is a good thing. Here's to the perfect relationship.
America's Air Force has a plane so advanced, it dominates everything in the air. Yet on radar, it's as small as a bird. The meanest, baddest bird on the planet. Join the team that keeps us flying. America's Air Force. No one comes close.
He has the most feared gun in the XFL.
By Jim Druckenmiller.
The league's most dangerous passer, Jim Druckenmiller, and the Maniacs try to down the demons in the hellhole.
Welcome to the hellhole, baby.
The XFL, NBC next Saturday. From national hero to national threat.
What are you going to do? What they trained me to do.
Most Wanted, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on UPN. Welcome to All Souls Hospital. Now open wide and say... All Souls, coming April 17th to UPN.
Back at Soldier Field, Chicago leading San Francisco 19-6. This touchdown buzz set up by the block punt.
Absolutely. There's a big block by John Avery to get the channel open. I'm telling you, they're talking over there in the huddle, and they're seeing something.
Aaron Bailey, I'll tell you, that reverse pivot's working real well tonight. You averaged 20 yards a catch, touchdown there. It was McDougal's first.
It was about time something finally go our way.
The unluckiest team in organized football is having quite a night.
Not anymore.
They really believe in themselves. We talked to them this week. Even at 1-5, they've yet to give up on what they've got going. They feel like they're right on the verge of getting something special happening here in Chicago. And like we talked about at the beginning of the telecast, they're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. They run the table, and they're seeing postseason play.
Here is Kelvin Anderson. Spent 5 years in the Canadian Football League, and he gets it out near the 29. You think the XFL is raw action? Wait till you see WWF Raw. 2 hours of the edgiest action on television. Don't miss the #1 show in all of cable tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central on TNN. We've got a party going here in Soldier Field. It is cold, yes. As a matter of fact, Boz, this is the coldest place that San Francisco has played this year, their first venture into a cold weather site. Has it affected them so far, you think?
I think it has. They're a little sluggish. As a matter of fact, the coldest game that they played was in Orlando prior to getting here to Chicago. So something's definitely affected them. And that play right there tells you, because there's no way Mike Panicek should not be able to outrun Larry Fitzpatrick. That's a minus 16 yards. San Francisco has got 1 first down. They got negative yards on offense. They're just not getting it done on the offensive side of the ball. That's a poor job. It's a poor job by Scott Adams. He let him go too soon, and not enough time for Mike Pulaski to get that ball away.
Fitzpatrick gets the sack. The enforcer's defense looks like the old LA Rams defense. The fearsome foursome. This enforcer team tying up Brian Roberson there.
Jamie Baisley comes over, he reads a little quick screen there.
Doubles right.
Let's go. 30, cover 2, 6 under.
You can see, you can hear, and you can feel the passion that they got over there on the defensive side for Chicago. He's been steady as the Chicago went to Chicago all year long, Jamie Baisley has.
3rd and a mile for San Francisco. Pulaski throwing deep.
Oh, it's a cannon!
And just overthrown. James Hunden running the streak.
A little more air into that ball, and James Hunden is still streaking into the end zone. He beat Quincy Coleman on that.
You're allowed motion. He's allowed to go in motion. Nobody uses motion.
Flag down, and Pulaski arguing the flag.
Mike Pulaski's a very intelligent guy. He knows the rules probably better than these referees.
So the Demons will have to kick it away. We've had 2 block punts already, and they've both led to touchdowns, one directly, one indirectly. So a frustrating series for that man.
Why'd you come back and
I guarantee you. Terrence Joseph's going to get a better block over there. Maybe not.
Panasak, short kick, spinning, returnable. Here's Corey Ivy.
Great field position out of this. Corey
Ivy. And Ivy, wow. The Enforcers are doing it with offense, defense, and special teams. Last night in Las Vegas, there was a crucial fumble.
Started the avalanche for Birmingham.
Whistle down 5. The kicker, number 10.
Green 18.
Let's see what they do on third down. They'll try Bostic again. And he fumbled the football! It's picked up by Jamel Williams! There he goes! He's only got Jay Barker to beat! One move, and there goes Jamel Williams! Wow! 99 yards on the fumble and touchdown return by Jamel Williams. Just fucking run by.
That right there is why you never give up, never an inch, never a foot, never anything, because you never know what's going to happen. And when you got a defense that's hungry and he's got big players like that that's been making big plays for Vegas all year long, you never know what's going to happen.
San Francisco defense taking a pounding. You see the look of disbelief in the eyes of the defenders. The Chicago Enforcer offense back on the field, leading 19-6.
Green 88.
Avery and Johnson have been the running stars. There goes Avery again, spins off a man, and he's got 6 more. John Avery, a first-round draft choice of the Miami Dolphins. Then he was traded to Denver.
He does such a great job of getting that ball deep in the backfield, seeing where the hole is.
Let's go.
Speed it up a little.
Hum, off, wide left. 9 toss on 1. Ready?
Hum is going to be the motion. They're going to toss it to the left to Avery, try to get outside the pocket here. I think they've got San Francisco a little tired, and I got Avery a little fresh.
191.
Here he goes. Toss, sweep left. And a good defensive play by San Francisco. Craig Powell submarined the blocking.
James Williams did a good job of stringing that thing out. He bought enough time. He's been very consistent for the Demons all year long. One of the terrors over there. I like him because he's got bleached blonde hair.
You see the defensive, during the season, they allow 70 yards per game. They've already given up over 100. Total yards, Boz, Chicago 170, San Francisco 7.
I think they left their game in the airport.
3rd and 4. McDougal.
There it is.
He's got a first down. Kevin McDougal, just like he used to do for the Fighting Irish and Lou Holtz.
That's why he's so dangerous. That's the third dimension to this offense that they didn't have in the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. Kevin McDougal has his scrambling ability that makes the San Francisco defense have to worry about not only John Avery, not only worry about LaShawn Johnson, but they also got to worry about Kevin McDougal. Got nothing. Instead of making a mistake of throwing it in, throwing it up, he takes what he can get and keeps moving the chains.
So the Enforcers with a 1st and goal at the 9. Avery shakes the tackler. Avery scoots. Avery to about the 6. Greg Williams hanging on and making the tackle.
John Haskins is over there right now picking up his jockstrap. I know it's tough when you're out there all by yourself and you got to have to tackle John Avery. He's got so many slippery moves there.
Ron Meyer told us earlier this week that he regrets not starting McDougal a little bit earlier. Went with Tim Lester. They had some close games. They put up some points. They were in the games. They didn't win them. But in 2020 hindsight, he said, I wish I had gone to him earlier.
Absolutely.
Avery gets a block. Oh, and Avery pounds his way to the 2. And he took on a linebacker there, and there was a pop.
He's not. That hit the funny bone, and that wasn't funny.
It was Toby Wright.
Toby Wright has a reputation of the big hits right here. Toby Wright comes up and smacks him. And John Avery felt that.
That's a candidate for the Lugs hit of the week. Wright and Avery pounding there. All right, we've come to the 2-minute warning. Chicago leading the San Francisco Demons big.
People settle down, take your seats.
Mr. Winfield?
Mm-hmm.
I left my project at home.
Well, that's too bad. It is 80% of your final grade.
Excuse me, is there a problem here?
No.
Listen, I think our friend deserves an A. An A? An A+. You got that?
This could happen. Emphasis on could. When you're in a jam, just dial down the center. 1-800-CALL-ATT and save big bucks on every call.
I swear, I know this guy.
Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
If you can't stop here, stop here for 25% off the regular price of Midas VSD brake pads and shoes. They've got a lifetime guarantee, and they're the best we've ever offered. They're quieter, they stop faster, and last longer. And if they wear out, we'll provide you with new ones at no charge for as long as you own your car. So for 25% off VSD brakes, go Midas.
Who could tell me what builds strong bones? Anybody know that one?
Milk, milk. What goes with pie? Milk, milk. What goes with beans?
I mean, I don't want to hear.
Should have had your milk.
Get out.
And Q.
Q? Close?
What about a K?
No, G.
What about an X?
X. Seriously.
I'll have a root beer.
You'll have a milk. Say it with me. Osteo. G.
Want strong bones? Calcium may help prevent osteoporosis.
Bingo.
As we're making our way up the hill, I can hear gunshots echoing in the distance.
Let's go, soldiers. You will not have a whole lot of time.
Fires, once you had that magazine.
Rocket. Contender Fortison.
I'm a little bit nervous because I've never done this before.
Left side is ready. Right side is ready. The middle is ready.
It's all about precision and confidence.
Log on. Watch Michelle hit the mark. Only at GoArmy.com.
How often does a girl get to get changes for guys? It's such a great thing because that way they don't run away.
Chains of Love, Tuesday, April 17th on UPN.
Welcome to All Souls Hospital. Now open wide and say... All Souls, coming April 17th to UPN.
19-6, Chicago leading San Francisco. There's no underestimating the importance of that man, John Avery, to the Chicago offense. He's a do-everything kind of a guy. He can run, scamper, he can scoot. Number one in rushing yards. He can shake off tacklers. He's tough.
He makes it happen in all phases of the game. You gotta account for him in the running game. You gotta account for him in the passing game.
Yep.
He's slippery when he's wet.
And he has a nose for the end zone, Bud.
Yes, he does. And he knows how to dance.
Yeah, he does it all. I bet does it all.
Does it all.
John, you got stuck out there. Exactly what happened?
I cut up, and he hit me on my funny bone, but it wasn't funny.
I tell you what, they can't afford to lose him. He's got a little blood there, but he's a tough guy. I tell you what, Toby Wright was a little bit shaken up. That was a collision between two smaller players, but high impact.
I've gotten hit on my funny bone many times, and man, he's right. It ain't
You got hit in your head a couple times, too.
There's a lot of gray matter that's not in there anymore.
Chicago, let's see. San Francisco saying no. It's LaShawn Johnson.
How can he say no? He's over the end zone.
They have been down. One more look.
How's that not a touchdown? No. What is this guy coming in? Whatever.
Chicago thought it was. San Francisco says no.
And again, that's part of the problem of the snake bite that's been happening all year long for Ron Meyer. Bad calls, bad spots. Jomo Cousins laying down there. Too bad you can't go down and ask the referee what he was looking at, because he comes in there and he spots that ball on the 1 yard line, the 1 foot line, and LaShawn Johnson, forearm body, is laying in the end zone. I don't get that. Not like he's crawling like he's a caterpillar or anything.
Jomo Cousins had been injured earlier. He's been battling bruised ribs, and he's down now.
There's so many injuries on both sides of the ball for San Francisco and for Chicago.
Jumbo near right, one wedge left.
All right, we're going F wedge 1 to win the ball game. All right, let's go. What? Wedge F1, wedge F. I was talking to Fred.
The confidence of Ron Meyer.
This is going to be a running play. Obviously.
One wedge F.
Hey, get your ass in there.
One wedge.
Really hard. Right here.
They're going to help Cousins off. Jomo Cousins has to come out. He's replaced by John DeWitt, so that's a big loss. Cousins just getting back in the lineup, played just 2 games. Had some rib problems, but he's walking gingerly, so it might be a leg problem. We'll see. The enforcers. It is close.
They're going to try to jam this right down Reagan's mouth.
Johnson and Wiley.
How can they not call that a touchdown? What is this guy doing?
The ref's eyes are frozen shut, Boz.
What the?
They're not seeing it.
You got to be kidding me.
San Francisco saying no.
You got to kid. Oh, whatever. That's 2 bad calls in a row by the Zebras. He's over the end zone. You got to just break the plane with the ball.
He did not get it. So unbelievably, Chicago comes away without points.
Here, this game could actually be 22-0 if it wasn't for that blocked field goal.
So San Francisco working out of its own end zone. Pulaski with time. Throws incomplete. Looking for James Hunden on the far side. Been all Chicago here in the first half. San Francisco unable to generate any kind of offense. Pulaski has completed 2 of 5 for 12 yards.
Trio left. 69-6 Speedo. First down. Ready?
Speedo is a sprint out package that they're going to use with Pulaski to try to get him outside the pocket.
He's in trouble. He throws, and the pass is knocked down by Hubert Thompson.
And in Chicago, that pocket is wide, and with Hubert Thompson coming in, that pocket is deep. He's got to get out quicker than that, but Chicago coming in and getting that much penetration doesn't allow Mike Pulaski any place to go.
Yeah, Humphrey and Thompson in on him. And now 3rd and 10. Minute 5. Chicago could get the ball back. Go! Running play, Anderson, and Anderson gets the first down. Former Canadian League star gets 18.
Come on, baby, bullseye!
That's a big play coming out of the end zone for San Francisco. I'll tell you what, if they were able to stop that, and you're right, Chris, they would have been able to get a great field position change.
Gunner, go!
And give Chicago a chance to put some more points on the board. But right now, San Francisco is going to try to move the ball down the field, but they are just so out of sync. They're just not hitting on any cylinders.
San Francisco only has 2 first downs here in the first half.
One of the things that has snake-bitten Chicago all year long is time of possession. They've got 20 minutes of time of possession in the first half.
Lucky up OG.
To San Francisco's only 8.
Lucky.
Yep. Pulaski has thrown 4 straight incompletions.
Go!
And none of them have been really close.
Orange 90. Orange 90. Set.
Chicago blitzes. Pulaski in trouble, and down he goes. Sacked by number 96, Sterling Palmer.
There you go. And it's funny, when we talked to Coach Skipper at the beginning of the week, he told us the one thing he was most pleased with was the offensive line, and yet I don't see the pass protection that offensive line's been providing. They were sacked 5 times last week against New York. They've already been sacked a couple of times tonight, and Pulaski's been under complete harassment from that Chicago enforcement defensive front line all night as well.
Pulaski out of the shotgun now.
290. I just said money.
And we've got a marker down, Scott Adams.
His brain is frozen.
Number 71. 5-yard penalty.
Adams moved. The offensive line is Seth Dittman, Peter Elisara, Mike Kiselak, Steve Cyphers, and Scott Adams. Adams, the spokesman for the offensive line.
On one, ready?
Scott Adams has that bootlace of his father's that have on his wrist that he's been wearing since his father died. It's a great story, Scott Adams.
Keeps him motivated to play top quality football. Hand off Anderson. Anderson's got some speed. And Anderson, a big first down run. Finally tackled by John Fisher, 22 yards. That's going to be the end of the first half. So frustrating end to a first half where the Demons were pummeled.
Coach, it looks as though things are going pretty well, with the exception of the blocked field goal.
Well, the blocked field goal, and we couldn't get it in down here twice. We're down on the goal line. We got our number one snapper is hurt with a broken hand, so that's hurt us a little bit. We just got to play a whole nother 30 minutes.
Most coaches would feel comfortable at the half 19-6, but you've been here before.
No way this way. We got to just play the game we're playing right now.
Defensive end Jermaine Miles, they're running all up and down the field on the best-ranked defense in the league. How are you going to change this in the second half?
Well, in the second half, we got a little something planned for them. We got 30 minutes of football left. All right, they only played one half so far. We got 30 minutes left, all right?
You've been on for 20 minutes as a defense. Is that going to cause you fatigue?
Fatigue, what's that?
All right.
Okay.
I hope so.
Fatigue. Did it play a factor in the first half? I think so. The enforcers looking much more fresh. The San Francisco Demons defense worn down.
They can't get complacent. They can't think that 30 minutes of football is going to get them a victory tonight. They got to continue to stay focused and hope they can put another half together and get a win under their belt.
You're watching the XFL on UPN.
Good evening, I'm Koran Mahalik. After the game, the sudden death of a music legend. John Phillips was the founder of the Mamas and the Papas. We'll see how his music helped define the sound of the 60s. Also, what's next for Puff Daddy? He's breathing a big sigh of relief after his acquittal, but he's still got other legal troubles ahead. Then support for a young killer. 14-year-old Lionel Tate gets some high-powered help as he looks for clemency in the wrestling murder after the game.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There are power tools, power forwards, and power words. Words that can help you shop for the natural gas and electricity you use. First word, choice. Being able to choose energy suppliers may mean savings. Environment. The choice you make could help protect the environment. Automatic. You'll automatically save 15% on your electricity, whether you switch suppliers or not. New Jersey Energy Choice. Powerful words to shop by.
Introducing the all-new, completely restyled 2001 Hyundai Elantra.
Best in America. You feel secure and you know you have someone to rely on.
The Elantra comes with the freedom of the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty plan, with standard features including air conditioning. All this plus automatic for just $12,799. It all adds up to a great value. Hyundai and the Jimmy Fund, helping kids fight cancer.
Back at Chile Soldier Field, where at halftime the Chicago Enforcers pounding the San Francisco Demons 19-6. Well, earlier today there was another pounding that took place in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, howdy.
Yeah, it was on TNN. Orlando and Los Angeles, the two best teams in the league, went at it.
Craig Benner Buffini, Bob Golick at the LA Coliseum. Expected to see a showdown between two first-place teams, LA Orlando, but it was lopsided all LA today.
That's right. David Gibson returning the punt. One sets of a Tommy Maddox touchdown run. Another, of course, says field goal. Gives him a 9-0 early lead.
You want hard hitting? You got him today. Lamont Evans with a big hit, taking off the head practically of Diallo Burks there. But here's the biggest hit of the game. One long on Brown.
Yeah, Jeff Brom out, separated shoulder. They're saying 3 to 4 weeks. That would take him to the playoffs, but not looking good. It'll be Brian Cooklick taking his spot.
The Rays had payback on their mind, hitting Tommy Maddox, but he was okay to shake off that hard hit, and shake it off he did. He ran for 1 touchdown. He threw for 2 others, both to Darnell McDonald. 18 zip there, then another key defensive play to set up a late touchdown in the second quarter.
That's right, this pass, nicely played, stepped in front. Lamont Evans returns to 57 yards, setting up Tommy Maddox for the other touchdown pass to McDonald, another slam from the right-hand side.
A shocking score, 25-zip at the half, and LA kept on going in the second half as Saladin McCullough took this one in. It was 31-0, a touchdown for the local product from Pasadena. LA moves to 5-2, the Extreme still in first and jolly in the West. Orlando taking its first defeat, and now with a quarterback problem, Jeff Brom is out. LA wins 31-6.
So the weekend scoreboard shows you Las Vegas with perhaps the most impressive performance. Memphis squeaked out by New York, and then Los Angeles pounding Orlando. Orlando losing Jeff Brom, the Las Vegas Outlaw defense, brilliant all season. And Wally Richardson has really revived the New York, New Jersey hitman. And how about Tommy Maddox?
No question. Tommy's done a great job, yeah. And this Wild Wild West is still as wild as ever. And it's anybody's game over there. I like the defense of Las Vegas. I've always believed that you win championships with defense. You're going to win the close games with defense. Even though Vegas doesn't have a whole lot of offense, they're able to stay together with a strong defense.
Over in the East, the Rangers already clinched a playoff spot. They get their first loss today. The New York Hitmen playing a lot better. They're 3-4. Birmingham at 2-5. But the Enforcers, if they can win tonight, they jump right back into that playoff race. Hi, everybody. Chris Marlowe and Brian Bosworth. San Francisco comes in as a 2-point favorite, and they are cleaned and clocked in that first half.
There's no question. They're completely out of sync. They don't know which way is up right now, and you got to give Chicago's front line all the credit in the world. They've opened some big holes. They're buying time for Kevin McDougal. They're doing everything right on offense, and for the first time, they're doing everything right on defense, too, which is exactly what Coach Ron Myers told us that they need to do. They need to put the offense on the field and the defense on the field on the same page in the same game, and they'll be successful.
Chicago's game plan to come out and run the football behind their superstar, John Avery. A magnificent first half. John Avery, a man of the people, a little earlier. He was out amongst Chicagoans. Saturday, it was St. Patrick's Day, and here's what happened.
How you doing? My name is John Avery for the XFL, Chicago Forces. Today is St. Patrick's Day, but I think that we're all losing the real focus on St. Patrick's Day. It's the color green, but what else is green? Boogers. We got a guy from Ireland here. This is my cousin on my daddy's nephew's side, and you know, he just popped up, and I'm just so happy to see you. What kind of belly button you got, huh? Oh, zoom in, baby. There you go. I'd just like to say that was extremely nasty. That was just kind of me just messing with people. I mean, that's the type of person I am. I feel like I can get along with just about anybody.
You're an XFL dude?
No, I'm the water boy. My thing is, I think I identify with too much with, like, TV. I find myself watching, like, the nature show with the crocodile hunter.
The only way to make them bite you is if you poke them with a stick. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to poke him with a stick.
I like everyone I see on TV, and I just kind of, you know, they just kind of grow on me. It's like when you come to Chicago, you see Michael Jordan on the side of a building like this, you know, doing his thing. You see other people in other cities that really rally behind their athletes. They put them on billboards. I haven't done a whole lot for the city, but I kind of jumped the gun on it, but I'm happy, I'm pleased with it.
Yo, it's RP and J.A. Check it out, though.
We just come in the studio. We like to mess around and see what it's like to hear our voice on tape.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
And I can't pronunciate, articulate like I want to, and, I just having a whole bunch of problems with my voice. Now, the peanut butter and jelly is like a series of drop motions with the hydraulics of the shoulders, up and down. You gotta move around a little bit, do your thing. Did you say XFL was fake? How about we give her a ball, and we see how fake it is, okay? And I just have a good time just being John Avery, that's it. I don't try to be anything that I'm not. I'm having a great time in the XFL, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
John Avery, funny guy, 67 yards rushing here in the first half.
He's loving every minute of being here in the XFL. He loves the game of football no matter where it's played, as long as he's on the field.
Over in the San Francisco Demon locker room. San Francisco Demons vacating.
Second long, brother. Second long.
A little earlier, we shot a piece with the San Francisco Demons. They had to fly all the way out from San Francisco, and we joined them. Pay particular attention to one linebacker, number 55, who wanted to get a little better seat.
Blonde hair doesn't necessarily grant you an upgrade.
They need an address from like about 7 years ago, so Dittman, so I can't get my upgrade until I get my number.
It's very important to have a good shine, make it going to the game feeling good,
We delayed a whole nother almost an hour, 45 minutes.
It's better to be early than late, so we just here early, and it's no problem waiting.
Well, I'm still trying to get my number, so since I got all this time on my hands since our flight been delayed.
So you're playing left down, we go under, tight down. Tight left, tight left.
Just chilling, man. Just get my mind right for that game.
No deal. Sitting in, coach.
The farther you go back, the thinner the seats get.
You should your carry-on baggage underneath the seat front. We need everyone to take their seats so we can close the door of this aircraft.
All right, give us a minute, man.
10 miles for smooth, scattered clouds, and temperature 32 degrees.
Never ends. It's tireless being a football player. We saw the first line up between him and leave him in the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicago O'Hare International Airport. The local time here is 10:25 p.m.
The walkway is now ending. These late night flights. Gotta try to get some food.
About time, man. Damn, it took 30 minutes for this thing to come.
It ain't that cold here. I think it's gonna be freezing.
This is a real critical part of the trip. This is where you get your rooms, your room key. Without that, you're probably bunking up with someone not real good.
Oh, man. Damn! They trying to school me. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
All right, long trip for San Francisco. Seemed like it in the first half. Moments ago, where we caught San Francisco coach Jim Skipper talking to his team.
You're not sitting on the bench. When the offense is out, the defense is rooting. There ain't no sun out, you ain't tired, unless the coach is talking to you or the medical people got you down. Are we with that? You stay right up on the sideline, root the guy on. And we want to win the game or what? Yeah. Let's go do it. Get up here and get a win. Bring it up.
Yeah, let's go win.
Let's get a win on three. One.
They've got to do something, and Coach Jim Skipper, that's his approach to try to light a fire under this frozen San Francisco Demon team altogether. Offense and defense has not played well tonight for Coach Jim Skipper.
First half highlights involving Chicago mostly. Chicago driving right down the field and using John Avery and LaShawn Johnson early on, boss.
Absolutely, and this is the one low light for Chicago is that blocked field goal, and that's the only highlight for San Francisco. They got to get a lot more highlights so they can get themselves back in this football game tonight.
That was Dwayne Harper going 79 yards, but when Chicago got the ball back, they just grinded it out again.
They just went back to what was working before. LaShawn Johnson and the whole running game. Aaron Bailey, Kevin McDougal. It's been a game of big plays for Chicago tonight. They got to close the deal if they want to continue and get that playoff spot at the end of the season.
Mike Pulaski, game plan for the second half.
Well, the offense hasn't done their job so far here in the first half, so we're going to have to come out and play better in the second half, clearly.
Is the cold making a difference? You guys haven't played a cold weather game, really?
No, the cold doesn't make a difference. We're just not executing.
Corey Ivy will return from his 10. Ivy trying to get around the corner, and he does momentarily. He's run out near the 25. So the Enforcers will have the ball to open up the second half. Let's now take a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft.
And they are frightening. I mean, you get the score itself doesn't indicate how much dominance the Chicago Enforcers have given over the San Francisco Demons. 125 yards to 52, 67 yards passing. The prolific San Francisco Demon offensive powerhouse, and Mike Pulaski hadn't been able to get anything going. They got to get something started quick in this third quarter.
So the Enforcers with Kevin McDougal at quarterback, pass batted down. McDougal is taking a short drop, and one of the remedies, one of the defensive remedies that every coach tells us, get your hands up when you see that short drop.
Absolutely, and what you have to do on the offensive line is you got to start cutting the defensive lineman's legs to try to get their hands down, and they didn't do that in that particular play.
Jermaine Miles got the
check quicker belly, half right, check quick belly.
Half right, check quicker belly on one, ready?
This is going to be a cutback play, a little belly play right up the middle here.
You, baby. You, baby. Hey, jump. Go get it, baby.
Black 191. Black 191. Side hunt.
On second down, changing the play, throwing it, and it's incomplete. Kevin Casebeharn was covering Junior Lord.
What Kevin McDougal saw there was man-to-man coverage with Kevin Casebeharn, and he checked out it with a black coverage. Is a code for the offense to realize that the change of the play is going to happen. What he needs to do there is get a little bit more air in the ball and give a chance to get that ball underneath Junior Lord so they can make a completion downfield.
Let's go, let's go.
Everybody up for head coach Jim Skipper. It's a 3rd and 10 for Chicago. Dumping it off to Avery. Avery breaks away from a man. He's going to be short of the first down, however. Jermaine Miles bringing him down. Oh, McDougal just barely got that off. Noah was there.
That right there shows you the strength in John Avery. Abdul Noah, 6'3", 282 pounds, couldn't bring him down. He's still able to get away. Unfortunately, it's a 4th down for Chicago, but at least it shows you what John Avery can do when a big guy is hanging on his backside.
Hold on.
Dwayne Harper, the cornerback, the man shaken up.
Let me get ammonia. Okay. Wait, no, hold on a second. Make sure we're straight first.
Looks like he might have got hit in the head a little bit. They're trying to check to see if he's got anything left up there.
Here, look, shoot over on the sideline.
Harper, 34 years old, out of South Carolina State. 25 career interceptions in 148 NFL games.
I played with him up in Seattle, and one of the reasons he's playing tonight is because he wants his little son, his 2-year-old son Noah, to see his daddy play. So it's very important that he gets back in that game quickly. Very important for San Francisco. Dwayne Harper's one of the leaders in that secondary.
So the first punt for Chicago. Crossland, Jimmy the Jet Cunningham, and they got him.
Great coverage.
A nice special teams play by Junior Lord. Tuesday night, Keenan Ivory Wayans is heading up a list in the movie Most Wanted. Here's a clip.
You just dug your grave, son. Yeah, well, I was a dead man when you met me. How does a man that wears a uniform on the United States Army do what you did to those men? Price of freedom is high, boy.
That's our kind of movie. Don't miss it. Watch Most Wanted Tuesday at 8, 7 Central right here on ESPN. You're a renowned actor. How difficult is it to make a movie like Most Wanted?
Well, if you're doing your own stunts, it's very difficult. If you're injured doing your own stunts, it's almost impossible. There's a lot of fun, though. A lot of explosions, a lot of special effects. It makes it a lot of fun when you're on the set. One of the things that that the defense of Chicago has to do, and they've done a good job so far, is to shut that runaway train down of San Francisco's offense.
Kelvin Anderson, and he's tripped up. Kelvin Anderson, 58 yards before that play.
Now, one of the other things they need to do is they need to be opportunistic on third down. They've done a good job so far in the first and second down so far this game.
4 Zorro, quick count.
Doubles left, 4 Zorro, first down. Ready?
Go! Anderson looks good. They hand it to him again, and he stood up.
I don't think so.
Larry Fitzpatrick saying no. Let's see.
They were successful on first down. They were successful on second down. And it looks like they were successful on third down because it's a fourth down now.
Let's go. Let's go. One more. Hey, watch that. Hey. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Point. That's it. Safe.
30. Hold up.
Ray Austin, one of the monsters of the midway for Chicago.
And they're going to rush Panasac on. They'll take a 5-yard delay here. 5-yard delay, and Panasac will kick it.
Delay of game, offense, number 10.
So a little indecision for Jim Skipper as deciding whether he's going to go for it or kick it.
The correction on the play. San Francisco called timeout before the play clock expired. Timeout, San Francisco.
Oh, there you go.
It's their first.
I don't know.
Why burn a timeout there? Why do you want to do that?
I don't know the measurement so we know what's happening on fourth down, all right? No. It was third down, and before you guys backed out of there, it was 32. Now, if we were going right there, we might have went for it. Hell, the clock's going down. You either got to measure it or spot it right for us. He's got to call the referee over here, please. Yes.
Jim Skip's a little frustrated because the clock got started, and it did give him enough time to make the right decision. He certainly could have chosen to go for it on fourth down.
See, here's what happened. Wait a minute. It was still third down. They had the ball spotted. It was like 4th and 2, and then when you guys get through, it's 4th and 1. Well, you gotta measure it or let us know quicker because the clock's going down.
No, we did tell them quicker, Coach. We kept saying, your players kept asking for a measurement. The ball's on one side of the line, the stake is on the other.
The deal. You see where that ball's at? You need to let me know so either I'm gonna go for it or not. That's 4th down.
I came right up and said 4th down, Coach.
Has Skipper got a good case or not?
He's pleading his case there.
Okay.
What the problem is when the ball's in the middle of the field like that, you got that painted XFL right there. It's hard for him to determine where the sticks on the other side of the field.
Yeah, how close it is.
The sticks on the other side of the field is where they're gauging whether it's a first down or a fourth down here.
So Skipper trying to determine how much he had for the first down. And instead, he'll send out Mike Panasac, the teacher at Lebanon, Indiana High School. He has 5 students here tonight watching him do his thing. And that's a nice high punt. It is a live football.
That's a live football.
And Chicago luckily grabs it and takes possession. Luke Leverson, one of the wide receivers, a 39-yard punt, a -2 on the return. The little ones are watching. The Chicago Enforcers lead 19-6.
Ride a Buell Blast for under $80 a month. Visit Buell.com for the dealer nearest you.
So how we getting home?
Good question.
Hop on in, guys.
File this under never. When you need a ride, save big bucks and dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Hi, Tom Bodette. The XFL on UPN is brought to you by Buell American Motorcycles. To win one, visit XFL.com. By 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. Buy the motor oil that provides maximum protection. Castrol GTX. Drive hard. And by Starburst Fruit Twists. Come take a nibble and twist up the juice.
Chicago cheerleaders have two things in common, Boz. You know what they are?
No, I'm not even going to touch that.
They're beautiful, and they all cook a delightful pot roast.
Pot roast? At least they don't cook that what is that, veal cacciatore?
With the sauce, right, Boz?
Yeah, no sauce. No sauce with the cacciatore, please. Raggy.
Along with Brian Bosworth, Chris Raggy, Michael Barkan, I'm Chris Marlowe. Big drive, big play here for the Chicago Enforcers. They dominated the first half. They were stopped in the second half on the first possession. Let's see how they play it. And right off the bat, they hand the ball to John Avery, and he's dropped by Jermaine Miles. Miles really coming on now, Boz.
Absolutely. Jermaine Miles, the last few games, has come on like gangbusters. And you saw what he said just before halftime was started. He said, what? Fatigue? What's that word? He needs to start smoking this second half right now, and I tell you what, plays like that's going to get this San Francisco defense excited.
James Williams is the Demons' top tackler. McDougal throwing it long, incomplete. Well, we've got a marker down.
That's the second pass interference on Kevin Casevehorn tonight.
Pass intended for Junior Lord. Casevehorn really in a slump.
But Kevin leads the team with 3 interceptions, but he also leads the team in pass interference tonight, which is a big play that's given Chicago the kind of life they need to sustain drive to keep that ball out of the hands of the San Francisco offense.
Pass interference, defense number 27. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic.
It's all right, Kevin. Come on, baby. And there's really no reason for him to interfere here. The ball was way out of thought. That's a picky foul. I might have seen it before. I don't see pass interference there. It might have happened
grabbing beforehand there, Boz.
Might have happened a little bit before.
3:22.
4 penalties, 76 yards for the Demons. 19-6 our score. McDougal, play action.
He's open.
Throws a rope. Pass caught. Ty.J. Armstrong.
And that's funny. And it's funny because we talked. To Ron Myers yesterday, and I said, why don't you like to use your tight end? He says he's the best blocking tight end in the XFL, but he can't catch and cold. Well, he just caught that ball right there, and that's a big play for Chicago.
19 yards. They say that Willie Tate is the better of the two receivers. So Chicago driving again. John Avery, the back. McDougal pump, throws, he's got his man, and it's caught out of bounds. Luke Leverson out near the 12-yard line. 30-yard catch.
And over the last couple of games, Luke Leverson has become Kevin McDougal's favorite target. He's able to get the kind of separation he needs to get that ball windled up. It's got slipped up in the grass there a little bit. Luke Leverson comes down with a big catch. And that's the thing that Kevin McDougal adds to this offense. He adds that third dimension, and now when the running game isn't going, he's able to see downfield and get that ball moving.
Chicago on first down. Avery skips to the outside. Doesn't get much, however. Chased out of bounds by Toby Wright. Toby Wright in his second game, acquired from Las Vegas. There's Toby.
Toby did a good job there stringing that ball out. You know, when you're playing against a guy like John Avery, you got a flag down here. Unsportsmanlike conduct against San Francisco.
Defense, number 75. Half the distance.
Oh, that's a costly penalty.
That doesn't happen a lot. That's a Stanford guy. Usually Stanford guys don't lose their cool.
Carl Hansen perhaps showing a little bit of the frustration of this San Francisco defense, who has just been manhandled tonight.
I think Jim Skipper's going to have a little word with Mr. Hansen.
Well, he can't afford to take him out. Well, he is. Let's see.
What'd you say to the guy, Carl?
I told him to pass him, I was traded for the fix.
Okay, so
well, now you're usually get a penalty.
Well, no, you can't say that.
Yeah, you can't tell the refs they're fixing the game. Avery straight ahead, and he burrows down near the 1.
Not one of the things that Avery is famous for, burrowing, but he's able to do that right there and buy some yards for Chicago. The guy's averaging 5 yards a carry.
Avery, I think, got hit south of the border. He's going to limp off, Boz.
He got hit in a funny bone, and it ain't funny, right?
Uh-oh.
That ain't funny.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Oh.
Yep.
I've been hit there too before, and you're right, it ain't funny. It hurts real bad.
First down.
He did just enough burrowing to get that first down. He paid the price for it, but you know what?
So they work on Avery. LaShawn Johnson will replace him.
And usually LaShawn Johnson replaces him down here in a short yardage package anyway.
Charles Wiley there too. Wiley is the short yardage guy. First and goal from the 2. Chicago trying to put this one ice. LaShawn Johnson.
Got a flag
He's
down.
not in, and there's a marker down. Flag right in the middle of the pile there. Could be holding.
I'm getting in.
And San Francisco will march back.
They haven't made a lot of mistakes in the penalties tonight. That's just the second penalty that they've been called for tonight.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
But I go back to that time of possession. They are crushing San Francisco in time of possession. They've got over twice the amount of time on the ball offensively as San Francisco does.
Yes, it is cold here in Chicago, folks. Temperature dropping into the 20s. Chicago, well, I like this kind of weather. This is enforcer type weather.
And they're enforcing their will tonight.
Black 18.
So first and goal at the 11 now.
A little option play.
How about this? McDougal cuts it up. McDougal inside the 5.
Showing signs of the Notre Dame thing. He hadn't lost that Lou Holtz attitude there.
Abdul Salam Noah. It was interesting. We talked to him about Lou Holtz, and he said Lou Holtz is a very interesting guy after, about a 10-second pause.
Well, he said he learned a lot from Lou Holtz.
He sure did.
On the field and off the field.
Jumbo left 17.
I think the one thing that stood out to me, Boz, that he said, you don't want to get on Lou Holtz's bad side or your history. McDougal 3 carries for 23 yards.
Black 22.
Second and goal.
Black 22.
LaShawn Johnson, he's got space. He's got space, and he's got a touchdown.
And that's the thing about John Avery. When he's out of the game, LaShawn Johnson can certainly pick up the pace. He's got that powerful runner right up inside the middle, but he's also got that breakaway speed he just showed there getting to the corner of the end zone. He just outran the secondary for the San Francisco Demons.
Second touchdown run for LaShawn Johnson. And now the extra point attempt. It's on the ground. See who's got it.
Go back and look at that touchdown again. Everybody gets clogged up inside the middle. It's a great job of blocking by Tajay Armstrong.
22.
Buys LaShawn Johnson that corner of the end zone over there. Steals off the inside, and nobody touched him.
8 plays, 84 yards. LaShawn Johnson caps it. It's 25-6, Chicago.
As we're making our way up the hill, entering the rifle range, I can hear gunshots echoing in the distance. I hear the drill sergeant explaining the safety procedures over the loudspeaker.
Once you have that magazine, lock it.
I'm a little bit nervous because I've never done this before.
Let your bolt go forward.
I'm hearing my heart racing. trying to concentrate on steadying my breathing. We spend a lot of time on marksmanship training.
Left side is ready.
It's all about precision and confidence.
Right side is ready.
If I hit 36 out of 40 targets today, I'll be an expert.
Safe to semi.
That's what I want to do.
Log on. Watch Michelle hit the mark. Only at GoArmy.com.
This spring,
Public intimacy? Girl, you must have kryptonite in your...
good men aren't hard to find. Morris Chestnut, D.L. Hughley, Bill Bellamy, Shamar Moore, The Brothers.
I do not need the drama, Miss Jackie Chan.
Rated R opens Friday.
Walking around on your feet, you're on those 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life you're standing on your feet here at work. You need to be comfortable.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
Honey, did you get paper plates?
The last time you paid first.
You got ice, right?
Short trips really beat up your engine, but Pennzoil with Pure Base is formulated to protect against the harshness of everyday driving. We can't change the way you have to drive, but we can protect you from it.
What kind of steaks did you get?
That's gotta hurt.
Stop and go. Protection from Pennzoil.
Buy 5 quarts of Pennzoil and a Purelator Premium Oil Filter at Pep Boys and get $3 back by mail.
Monsters are real. Deal with it.
Missed. These things haul ass.
Special Unit 2 coming April 11th to UPN. Welcome to All Souls Hospital. Now open wide and say... All Souls coming April 17th to UPN.
And now, Burger King presents the XFL Defensive Player of the Week. In the land of burgers, Whopper is king. New York, New Jersey hitman safety Brad Trout played a key part of a stingy defense that held the Demons to under 200 yards passing. Trout had 6 tackles and the key interception late in the game to give the hitmen an upset win over the Demons. That was the Burger King XFL Defensive Player of the Week. In the land of burgers, Whopper is king.
The running back tandem here, you guys are doing some damage on this defense. You know, the O-line is doing a great job blocking up front, and me and John just doing what we get paid to do, run the ball. John, I know you got hit in the very lower abdomen. You will return, correct?
I'm straight, baby. We all right. Hey, we the Rick James crew. Find his eye, baby. Right here.
Notice his voice is a few octaves higher right now. He needs to settle those things down.
Got punched in the man area. I think he's going to be okay. 5:39 to go, third quarter. Chicago looking very much like a playoff contender, leading the Demons.
And San Francisco is looking like a playoff pretender.
Kelvin Anderson, and he gets the ball out near the 25. You think these guys are having a blast? Wait till you see WWF SmackDown. It's like this. It's like wrestling, but they're punches thrown. 2 hours of all new action. The #1 show on UPN. Thursdays at 8, 7 Central. WWF SmackDown.
Talk about the SmackDown. How about the SmackDown of attitudes out there right now, Mr. Hit Squad?
Well, we wondered what Pulaski could do, what kind of a list. Well, he hasn't put out very good numbers. 2 of 7, 12 yards, 1 interception. Is that all his fault, or is it the general malaise?
I think everything right now for San Francisco is wrong. I mean, the offense, their defense, their special teams hasn't been able to do anything special, and they really need to start this motor and start it out quick right now. And this is a series that's going to make or break this game, I think, for San Francisco.
San Francisco starting with 5 wide receivers. Everybody out in the pattern. Pulaski guns it over the middle, complete. Jimmy the Jet Cunningham, and Cunningham takes it all the way down to the 32.
And Jimmy the Jet was paired up with Jamie Baisley, and Jimmy's going to beat Jamie every single time those two get together in the passing game.
Right,
26 yard.
Go zipper 8. On one, ready?
26-yard catch.
So we're going to go a little quick screen here to the wide receiver, one of their favorite plays, and try to get the ball in one of the receivers with the avalanche blocking with their offensive linemen.
5 wides again. Pulaski throws. It's the wide receiver screen, and that's James Hunden. Hunden suffered a concussion in the Vegas game. He's been out for a couple. Aaron Humphrey making the tackle.
And that's really part of San Francisco's running attack, is that short yardage passing game.
Trio left, 5 Zorro. First down, ready? Gone. This side.
Now 5 Zorro is going to be a running play with zone blocking up front, or some illegal procedure prior to the play itself.
Hey, relax, relax, relax.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, the entire line. 5-yard penalty.
James Hunden has had to come out. He is limping noticeably. Looks like a left leg problem, so we'll try to get an update on him.
But James is also recovering from a concussion, so he's got a multitude of problems, obviously, right now.
The 6th penalty for San Francisco, the entire line getting some credit for that. So 2nd and 7 for the Demons. Pulaski short drop throws. It's a short completion to Titus Winans out of Fresno State.
Hey, umpire, he can't get
Jamie
up on the
Baisley
stance
makes
like
him pay for the price for that
one. He
one.
can't get up on the stance like that. He can't get up on the stance. Where's Russell? Hey.
Ready to play. He can get up.
We're going. Hawk, come to, ready? He cannot do that.
What is it?
He can't do that.
Now that they get closer to the red zone, they're going to go ahead and try to protect the deep middle by going cover 2, which is 2 deep middle safeties.
Wide 90.
3rd and 1.
Wide 90. Hut.
Anderson, he's got the first down and more. Kelvin Anderson out of Southeast Mississippi State. 5 years in the CFL, had 1,000 yards in each of his 5 seasons in Calgary. Anderson averaging 6.5 yards a rush.
Stay with it.
Bass right.
Queens left. 5 Billy, Bass right. Oh, ready?
You're going to get a naked bootleg here, and with their bootleg package, they always get the second receiver running a banger out, which is a mirror route that mirrors the quarterback. So you get a naked bootleg out of this.
Pulaski with time. Throws, pass caught inside the 10. The San Francisco offense cranking it up, but we've got another altercation, a marker down. We'll see what that's all about.
Punched him in the stomach. Oh, 99 who?
99 Chicago.
Wow.
Okay, we tacked that on. That's half the distance to the goal. Let me give the signal. Hey, all y'all
Larry Fitzpatrick doing a little Bill Romanowski out there.
Good job, Roby.
We got to throw him out for that, don't you, Boz? You take a punch?
Not
Throw a punch.
Personal foul, defense, number 94. For unnecessary roughness.
99, another referee called 94, but it's 99.
Call on 99 Fitzpatrick.
Receiver, 73.
Trying to do his best Mike Tyson imitation.
So it's a 1st and goal. San Francisco with its deepest offensive penetration. Cunningham. Make that Anderson. Kelvin Anderson.
Jumbo.
And they call for the jumbo line.
Well, we talked about it before this drive started. If they were going to get something going, they're going to have to get it going on this drive, and they've answered the call.
48 Tom. Wing left, 48 Tom.
Here we go. Wing left, 48 Tom on gunner. Ready?
48 Tom is going to be a toss sweep to the strong side.
Got a yard to go here.
It's going to be to the right.
Kelvin Anderson heading for the cone.
He got it.
Touchdown. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Kelvin Anderson has got some pretty good speed out there. As a matter of fact, Coach Jim Skipper, when I asked him earlier in the week, why aren't you starting Brandon Young, which was actually raised by Coach Skipper's mom. Brandon Young has good quick feet and good vision, but he said Kelvin Anderson
Here we go.
has more experience and he's faster.
X run.
Anderson's got 70 yards. He's running well. Okay, quick drive for San Francisco. Now they try to get the extra point.
They couldn't ask for anything more because they need to get some points and they need to get them quick.
White 9. White 9.
Roberson with the quick motion. And Pulaski is sacked. Coming from behind, Ray Austin jumps on his back.
Ain't nothing but God, baby. Ain't nothing but God.
Coming back and looking at this Demons touchdown tonight. We finally get outside the covers there. Jamie Reeder with a good block on Ray Austin. He just beats him to the cone. You can
seems the ground level. There's not a lot of space out there, but you only need a sliver to get that ball in the end zone.
A minute 32 to play in the third quarter. Chicago leads, but San Francisco has come alive.
Hey, bought you a Whopper? And it came with a free piece of Hershey's pie.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Brought you a Whopper. And a, hug.
The Whopper says, free food is the true test of friendship. Buy a Whopper and get your choice. Cheese and bacon topping, pie, or frozen Coke. Free.
What?
In the land of burgers, the flame-broiled Whopper is king.
Birds do it. Bees do it. Guys with SUVs do it. It's that time of year at Pep Boys. Get free installation of Gabriel Pro Rider Premium Shocks. Fall in love with your car again at Pep Boys.
Inevitably, there will come a time in your life when you realize you need a cell phone. And when that time comes, we'll be here.
There's no sense in working in construction unless you're comfortable.
Hey, you put these boots on in the morning, and at the end of the day, you're going to feel good enough to do a little something else for yourself.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
Your car never nags. It never complains about how much time you spend with the guys. It thinks a little gas is a good thing. Here's to the perfect relationship.
National hero to national threat.
What are you going to do? What they trained me to do.
Most Wanted, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on UPN. You've grown up, and so have your monsters.
Can't figure out how to kill that thing, so we keep it around for garbage disposal.
Special Unit 2, coming April 11th to UPN.
Calvin Anderson with the touchdown run for the San Francisco Demons. And where you been, man? Where you been?
I've been chilling. I've been in Calgary. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm trying to make a statement.
Can you guys make up 13 points in the next 16-plus minutes?
No doubt. No doubt. We got 4 quarters. If they quit, they in trouble.
Well, he doesn't have 4 quarters, boss. I'd say he has a quarter left and a minute 32.
Yeah. Well, you know, Calgary, he said he's been chilling. That means his brain's a little frozen, so his math isn't really cool.
It's up to the enforcers. And the Demon defense. Corey Ivy looking to break one big. He's had some chances. And Ivy with a pretty good return. He brings it out to the 38-yard line. Don't forget, next week, Wally Richardson and the resurgent New York, New Jersey Hitmen go head-to-head with Jeff Brom's East Division leading Orlando Rage. You'll see that on TNN.
Yeah.
Then on UPN, 2 hard-nosed defenses battle it out.
Of course, it's good.
Birmingham Bolts and the Chicago Enforcers.
That's why the rap can be so tough on the
Chicago Enforcers, first
well, boss, we'll be right back here in Chicago.
Throw it over the top.
And the way Chicago's playing, it's going to be an exciting run down the stretch here to see if Chicago can make the playoffs.
Now, can the San Francisco Demon defense put some pressure?
Oh, get up.
Avery loses his footing.
Tackled himself there.
Avery has not been as effective in the second half as he was in the first half. Is that more intensity by the San Francisco defense, you think?
I think they made some adjustments on the front line to try to get San Francisco's defense to spread things out, stretch the line of scrimmage a little bit, cut off the angles that John Avery had in the first half.
61 yards for Avery in the first half, just 6 so far here in the second half. Avery may be wearing down just a bit.
Blue 44.
2nd and 12. Up the middle. John Avery for about 5, tackled by John Haskins.
San Francisco really needs a 3-and-out here, and they've got a little momentum going over on their offense right now, so the quicker they get the ball back, the quicker they can build on that.
Third quarter winding down, and that is going to be the end of the third quarter. So here at Soldier Field, it's 25-12. The Enforcers lead it. We'll be back to Chicago after these messages from your local station. You're watching the XFL on UPN.
You're watching the XFL on UPN.
Good evening, I'm Koran Mahalik. After the game, the death of music legend John Phillips. We'll look back at the career of the man who founded the Mamas and the Papas and his impact on sound of the 60s. Also, tragedy on the tracks. A high-speed passenger train derails at least one passenger is dead, dozens injured. And where does Sean Puffy Combs go now? We'll look at the impact of his trial, his acquittal, and his other legal battles that are still to come after the game.
On the next Arrest and Trial, a charming husband, his seductive mistress.
Diana Hahn is certainly evil.
They do anything for each other, but how far would they go to keep their romance alive?
I can't say that I ever came to know a more disgusting human being.
Real cops, real prosecutors, real cases. Brian Dennehy hosts the next Arrest and Trial.
Monday at 1 a.m. only on UPN 9.
Lullaby and good night, with soft roses around you, slumber sweetly in the moonlight, close your eyes now and dream.
Ford Windstar is the first minivan to earn the government's highest quadruple 5-star safety rating. Sleep tight. Now get a Windstar for just $295 a month for 36 months with 2804 due at signing. Visit your Tri-State Quality Ford store today.
We begin the fourth quarter of play here at Soldier Field. Chicago leading San Francisco 25-12. It's been a fun night. The crowd having a blast. The Enforcer fans, I'll tell you what, they brave the cold and the elements to come out and support their team. Some of the best fans in the XFL.
There's none better, really, in cold weather than Chicago's fans and New York fans, because they come out and they approve their team, win, lose, or draw. They love what they see because they love the attitude they get, because what they're seeing out there on the field, no matter who's playing, they know they're chalking it up. Hey, there's
a Boz fan.
Somebody loves me in Chicago.
The Enforcers so far have controlled the action. But the game not out of reach if the San Francisco defense can respond. McDougal throws a strike to Luke Leverson.
And that was a strike, and Pete DeStefano had great coverage on that. Kevin McDougal threw it exactly where he needed to, inside and low.
Upright.
McDougal has looked very sharp. Didn't start for the first 4 games. Tim Lester got the nod, but in there now. McDougal 8 of 11 for 134 and a touchdown.
And he's been very, very efficient tonight.
So when he's we won't go quad. We won't go quad. Upright,
They come back with the hum half, 3 wide, naked 4 or 5 with the cross and the comeback.
Well, yeah, you got that. We might come back with the hum naked after this play, but we're going to run it upright, 3 dive. Right. Upright, and be 3 wide alert for the next play.
Yo, let's go. Let's go, O-line, let's go. Let's go. Upright, 3 dive, first down. Ready?
We're going to go ahead and try to test the waters there in the middle with John Avery. See if that offensive line has patched themselves up.
McDougal fumbled the football, and he has to dive on it.
Those are the plays that kill you as a head coach, because if you can't get the simple snap from the center, those are the plays that make a head coach's hair turn gray.
Who fumbled the ball?
Boz, I'm going to give you the warning right now.
He's already got gray hair?
5 of Chicago's 6 games have come down to the final minute before they've been decided. And I don't like what's happening with Chicago right now. They're starting to
unravel a little bit.
A little bit. I see some signs that would signal a San Francisco comeback.
But you're a panic kind of guy. You're a worrisome kind of guy.
McDougal throws over the middle, pass caught. Leverson again. So Luke Leverson finding a seam, and it's very close to the first down.
In the face of a lot of pressure by San Francisco, Kevin does a great job of just buying a little extra time so Luke can find that little seam and get delivered the ball.
They spot it a yard short, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. Leverson with 3 catches for 50 yards.
Left 2 dive, first down. Ready?
This is up left 2 dive, so they're going to try to run this ball over Benny Anderson.
There they go. Benny gets the block. I don't think he got there.
Carl Hansen comes in after that personal foul down there in the red zone. Comes up with a big play on 3rd down and short. So Chicago's got a little thing to think about here.
I think they got a pretty good spot there, Boz.
They got a homer spot?
Well,
they're calling fourth down.
Bend their head in.
So let's see. And Chicago's going to kick it away.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily agree with that little 3 dive there in the middle, especially when you know your starting center, Rob Murphy's got a bad knee he doesn't practice. Brian LaBelle, your guard, has had stingers down both arms all season long. Tony Ramirez has got 2 bad knees.
Live football, once it passes 25 yards, marker down, Cunningham is buried. There's flags everywhere.
If you got a flag, throw it now, because everybody else has got it out of their pocket anyway.
Lots of laundry. Looks like Boz's apartment at Oklahoma back in the late 70s, early. When were you there, Boz?
I was there in the mid-80s.
Mid-80s, there you go.
Miami Vice was the hit show.
There you go.
Never missed an episode.
Right? We got an eligible receiver downfield before the ball was kicked on the kicking team. We got kick-catch interference, violation of the 5-yard radius on the kicking team. 5 yards will be added to the end of the run, first down.
Well, that about covers it in terms of penalties for that play. We're coming back to Soldier Field. 4th quarter, don't go away. Chicago leads it, but San Francisco starting to move a little bit here.
The guys who brought you Mary comes a comedy.
We could have saved some for the honeymoon.
What are you saying, Gilly?
That gets to those hard-to-reach areas. Say it isn't so.
That was you on the internet.
Rated R. Friday, only in theaters.
I'm walking around mud, rocks, rain. My feet are comfortable, and that's the most important thing.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
Honey, did you get paper plates?
The last time you paid for it.
You got ice, right?
Short trips really beat up your engine, but Pennzoil with Pure Base is formulated to protect against the harshness of everyday driving. We can't change the way you have to drive, but we can protect you from it.
What kind of steaks did you get?
That's gotta hurt.
Stop and go. Protection from Pennzoil.
Buy 5 quarts of Pennzoil on a Purelator premium oil filter at Pep Boys and get $3 back by mail.
That girl, the one at the register, she takes me. No, check it out. She gave me this frozen Coke for free.
A Whopper says free food tastes a lot like love. Buy a Whopper and get your choice. Cheese and bacon topping, Hershey pie, or frozen Coke. Free.
You do know you're a moron, right?
In the land of burgers, the flame-boiled Whopper is king.
The XFL on UPN is brought to you by Cold-Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Never miss a genuine opportunity. By Say It Isn't So, from the guys that gave you There's Something About Mary, Friday. And by Burger King. In the land of burgers, Whopper is king.
12 minutes to play in the game. 25-12 Chicago. It's been a lot of big hits tonight. Some whacks, some smacks, some cracks. Listen up. Speaking of big hits, this is the series in the XFL where we listen in. Our producer has told Chris Marlowe and Brian Bosworth to shut up. I mean, lay out. Lay out for a series and enjoy the sights and sounds.
Go! Bingo, bingo. Set, hut! All right.
Don't be scared now. That's right. Don't be scared, little man. Don't be scared, little man.
Nobody scared of Big Dave? They can't beat us like that. They won't beat us like that if we keep that up. Hey, tackle when they catch the ball.
Let's go now. Same thing. 32-6. Ready?
Yeah, yeah. Go! Watch the draw. Set, hut!
Give me a 51 Chicago. Backside Cato.
Field left Queens, 51 Chicago, backside Cato. On one, ready? You get the corner.
Go right, you're on line.
You're outside, he's inside. Money, money, money. Go. Blue 90. Blue 90. The hut.
Right here. Everybody block. It's moving around. Come on, get it off, get it off, get it off.
All right, the punt is away. A little confusion. And Luke Leverson. There's a little punt return confusion. 37-yard punt, no return. Marker down.
And they get 0-4, a turnover, or a big play going in the other direction right now for Chicago. They seem to have all the momentum, all the energy. The sense of urgency right now is for Chicago to finish this game, and they got to finish it clean.
So Chicago is going to have great field position when we come back. Fourth quarter, 10:21 to play, 25-12. The Enforcers doing a little enforcing tonight.
Joe had big dreams.
Things gonna happen for me. I'm Joe Dirt.
But he had to start at the bottom. Train with the best.
Don't try this at home. Dang.
And reach for the stars.
I can see down your shirt.
On April 11th, he's hitting the big time.
An atom bomb. We'll shoot fireballs at it. We're gonna get so busted.
Joe Dirt.
Woo! Someone had a chili dog for lunch.
Rated PG-13. Open.
She's a real beauty. And she never bugs you about spending so much time with the guys. She never complains about you watching football. She thinks a little gas is a good thing. Maybe she isn't a she after all. Here's to the perfect relationship. Here's how to keep it that way.
He has the
most feared gun in the XFL.
By Jim Druckenmiller.
The league's most dangerous passer, Jim Druckenmiller, and the Maniacs try to down the demons in the hellhole.
Welcome to the hellhole, baby.
The XFL, NBC next Saturday.
Monsters are real.
Watch out!
And this April, they're laying the smacketh down.
I heard it really kicked your ass.
Bite me. Special Unit 2, coming April 11th to UPN.
Along with Brian Bosworth, Michael Barkan, Chris Reagan, Chris Marlowe, we're shaking.
Dude, I've never seen
Here
you
in
dancing.
Chicago.
Never seen you dancing up in the booth,
Doing
man.
a little dancing now, baby.
You got a little boogie in your Kleenex.
25-12, Chicago leading. It's been a Chicago game. The enforcers jumped out early, jumped right on top of San Francisco, and led big at halftime. XFL Raw is coming your way. You don't want to miss it.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, man. Stop walking. Oh, no! Pick it up! Go! Go! Touchdown!
When the offense is out, the defense is rooting. There ain't no sun out, you ain't tired.
That's it, baby! Oh, it hurt. Oh, it hurt. It hurt so bad.
XFL Raw.
And when we mean raw, we mean what it's like to be on the field, in your face, and understand what it's like to be a player, a coach.
Upright check press on 2, ready?
That's the difference with the XFL. You take it right inside the action.
John Avery is the running back. Enforcers will work from their 46. Avery. Flags are down. This one's coming back. Avery gets about 6. Toby Wright makes the tackle. And it's a hold.
Abdul Salam Noah back down again. You know, Abdul's the youngest player on the San Francisco team. He's only 22 years old. He's made some big plays. Right now, he ain't feeling real happy.
Holding offense number 67.
So they'll attend to Salam Noah.
Replay, first down.
They called that holding on Benny Anderson, number 67, and he's blocking against Abdul Salam Noah. So there might have been a little bit something else going on as opposed to holding. Maybe he's banging knees. I don't know what it was, but right now Salam Noah came away the worst from that encounter, that's for sure.
All right, I think it might have been I know they don't like us to speculate, but it sounded like he said a helmet hit his kneecap. Is that what you thought about?
Probably got off the block from Benny, rolled back into the play. Somehow somebody goes. You get those big offensive linemen aren't real agile, but they take up a lot of space. And when you get those little guys diving for extra yards, they're usually diving in spaces they see are clean until a big offensive or defensive lineman's leg gets in the way.
Let's go, dude! 322!
First and 20 after the holding call. Draw play. Avery skirts through a huge hole. He gets some of it back. Terrell Sutton coming up to make the tackle. Avery now 80 yards on 21 carries.
And they're going to keep this ball on the ground if they can. They got 142 yards rushing and 144 yards passing. You can't get much more balance than that. And I guarantee you, Brian Myers is very happy about his offensive production tonight.
398!
Clock running.
398!
McDougal down he goes. Jermaine Miles. We asked Jermaine Miles if he liked playing in cold weather. He said, look, I grew up in Brooklyn and I played for the Calgary Stampeders, and one time we had a game where I played in -30, minus 30-degree wind chill.
So obviously it's not affecting him tonight. He just beat Chris Perez over there. Now Chris Perez has a bad knee, a bad ankle. Bottom line, that's a bad wheel.
What are you, the purveyor of doom or something? Everybody's got a bad something.
Well, unfortunately on Chicago, everybody's
you got a bad goatee. Nobody's yelling at you.
My goat, my rails are sweet, dude.
Third and 19 now for the Enforcers. McDougal out of the shotgun, and it's a quick kick. It's a live football. Retreating is DeStefano. And he'll bring it down. DeStefano back to the 20, make it back to the 45. A 32-yard punt and a 16-yard return. That was nearly blocked. They were in so quickly on him. And so San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that. I think you go ahead and run the play, and if it doesn't work, you go ahead and back him up with a real kick. He didn't have a whole lot of room there. He was lucky to get that ball off.
Trying to get a little more angle on it, he could not.
I think they were hoping that Pete DeStefano wasn't going to stay back there and they'd be able to make it a runaway ball.
So San Francisco trying to crank up its offense.
They got good field position here.
Pulaski throwing the home run ball. He's got a man out there.
Brian Roberson comes down with a big one right there.
Brian Roberson goes for 35, and the Demons are churning.
Mike does a good job of moving the pocket to the right, but going back to the left. Brian Roberson, that cat-like moves, is able to get a little separation. Just enough to get the big play.
Played with the Fargo Freeze last year, Boz. Go! Roberson has 4 catches. Pulaski throws on a bounce, incomplete. Pass intended for Kelvin Anderson coming out of the backfield.
Bonsai!
3-0 right, give me a 8, 6 speedo.
3-0 right, 68, 6 speedo, gun.
This is going to be a rollout.
68, 6 speedo.
A rollout for Pulaski to buy some time over here. To come over here to the right side.
He's looking. Pass complete. Travis Moore. It's a kid from Ball State. They just got him, and they like him. Size, speed, hands.
Yep. Huddle him up, Mike.
Huddle it.
And this is where you see Mike Pulaski's leadership on the field. His confidence, especially the way he runs the Demon offense, starts to show, especially here in the second half.
Going to go.
In the first,
Jimmy inside on that. Move right now.
Pat Barnes coming out, giving him a little advice. Told him that he had a receiver inside that was wide open.
We're going to call a play and get him on the line of scrimmage, so as soon as that guy starts walking off, we don't lose any time, right, bud?
Mike Pulaski in the first half.
And as soon as they start walking him off, we're going to get on so we don't walk any time off the clock. We're going to call a play. As soon as they start walking him off, we're going to call a play and get on the ball so we don't lose any time.
He's directing the offense, letting them know what they got to do.
Troy Saunders, the player that's shaken up. Saunders out of Florida State.
Let's try to see what happened to Troy Saunders here. You know, I don't want to speculate, but you know what? Those kind of plays, when you take the brunt of the hit on the head like that, and the neck doesn't move, and you're hitting that solid part of the bone, like the hip right there, you can only think that he probably got a stinger or something happening.
So they walk Saunders off, and Pulaski said, look, we're going to get up to the line as quickly as we can. Once they walk the guy off, the clock starts. Here they go. Plays in action, and here come the Demons. Demons trying to make a comeback here in the fourth quarter.
And Pulaski in the first half was 3 or 8 for 12 yards, and here in the second half, he's 8 for 10.
So Pulaski on a hot streak. Jimmy the Jet Cunningham takes it down to the 12. Tackle by Jason Bray.
Timeout.
And the Demons take timeout. We're going to step aside. 25-12 Chicago. San Francisco trying to come back.
Special report. What looked like a routine police undertaking has turned into a dramatic escape right here at Bassett Creek, and police thought suspect went exaggerated the weapon. The search for the bombshell bandit continues tonight throughout the Bassett Creek area.
San Francisco coach Jim Skipper moments ago.
Let's get this one, and we got it. Yeah, it's all on. Got it? Just everybody, hey, you don't do nothing super. Just hang in there and let's go get this one. All right, let's go get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go get it.
Encouraging the troops, Brian Bosworth.
The calm before the storm, so to speak.
San Francisco trailing by 13. They have one timeout remaining. They lost one on a little confusion on a 4th down earlier. So Jim Skipper says this is the one. We got to have a touchdown here. Go! Wide 90! Wide 90! Set it! 4th and 3. Pulaski looks. Got his man! First down! First down! Jimmy the Jet!
The problem with this play, and Coach Myers told us about this earlier in the week, that the weakest part of his defense is his defensive line. Mike Pulaski had way too much time to throw that ball. Jimmy Cunningham, I guarantee you, was not the first and primary receiver on this play. Jimmy comes across the field. He has all day long to throw the ball and find Jimmy.
The important extra point here. Pulaski rush. Got it. Manuel, the big tight end, Sean Manuel, his second catch this year. And Pulaski has heated up after a cool first half. He is red hot.
Looking at that touchdown again. Jimmy Jet comes across the face of the defense. Ain't no more exciting than Jimmy. Open up and say, Chicago, because this game is far from over. And this is the all-important extra point. Brings them within 6. With a touchdown and another extra point, San Francisco's going to steal this one after Chicago has dominated the entire game.
Coach, we've seen this happen before. How do you stop the bleeding here? What do you do with these guys?
Well, you got to handle it on offense. We got to get something going here. We got to sustain a drive, get the points, get it in the end zone.
Scary what they're doing on offense now?
Oh, they're good. We knew that. Yeah, we'll handle it.
Chicago's games, 5 of them have come down to the final minute. And Chicago has lost 4 of them. They lost the opening game at Orlando, then lost in double overtime after having a big lead. They were in the game at Birmingham, gave up a touchdown on the last play. They got skunked at New York. That was the game they were out of. They beat Las Vegas barely. And then last week at Memphis, they led with 40 seconds to go and lost that one. So this is a team that is playing well tonight, but knows how to lose them, too, in the final moments.
Mike, what's changed about your attack in the second half? You're putting up points the way you were not doing in the first half.
No, we definitely weren't in the first half. This half, we've been more successful doing the things that we do. We're opening up a little bit and trying to make guys cover space.
Looking back on it, were you a little rusty in the first half? Now you're not?
No, I don't think so. I think as a unit, we weren't functioning very well. Now we've kind of got a little fire underneath us, and now we're going.
Holding number 55 on the receivers. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Boy, when it starts to go bad, Voss, it really goes bad.
Absolutely. They had 1 penalty in the first half. Now they've got 6 in the second half, and things just aren't clicking the way they were in that first half, and this has been the problem with Chicago. They've been unable to close the deal, so to speak, especially their defense. Their defense has given up 42 points in the fourth quarter, and their offense hasn't been able to keep up with that kind of production.
Can the Chicago offense get back on track?
Come on, baby.
John Avery, we got another flag down, and it's once again in the area of holding.
Take it back. Oh, shit, come on. Take it back. They hold it. Thank you. You just play ball. Hey, we just... All right, you're going to go half the...
James Williams telling his guys to
personal foul,
relax.
Illegal chop block, number 67 offense. Half the distance to the goal, replay, first down.
And I tell you, Benny Anderson has had a tough night tonight. It was his fault that the field goal was blocked. He's had a couple of holding penalties.
Blank right quick, 291.
Blank right quick, 291 on one. Ready?
Chicago needs to get the ball to the 30-yard line. That's their goal. First and 20.
Three-step drop here, quick pass.
Rifling it to the outside, and the catch made, and the tackle made immediately. Luke Leverson. Dwayne Harper making the tackle.
And I don't know that I like that play. You're backed up. You got to make up some yards from a penalty, and you throw a long ball like that that's hanging out there, and you got somebody like Dwayne Harper.
Yeah, he's seen that play before.
Yeah, you ain't fooling him.
Right scan.
Yum, trips right scan, 8C4 corner on one.
Got 5 yards on it.
You're going to get a hum with the scan, which is the protection. You got your motion here.
McDougal with time, throws, he's gone. A huge play for the enforcers.
There's a flag down.
Flag on the far side of the field. It's a 26-yard gain. Let's see what the marker's about.
The line judge threw that flag over there.
It was Fred Coleman who made the catch. And it's against San Francisco. So a
big break for Chicago right there. Illegal use of the hands.
Ron Meyer's squad gets a break.
Kevin McDougal does a good job of finding him underneath the coverage.
Great pass.
James Williams didn't get deep enough in his drop here, and he lets him get behind the coverage there. Can't do that, James. You got to go ahead and get depth, especially when you got that much yards for a first down.
And Fred Coleman makes his first catch of the night. But it's a gigantic one as it gets the enforcers out of trouble and a fresh set of downs. 4:30 to play. Chicago 25, San Francisco 19. Well, the refs have been getting to work out here in the second half, Boz.
There was no penalty on the play because the pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage. We still have a first down.
What? That pass wasn't tipped?
You see a tip on that play, Boz?
No, I didn't see a tip on that play, but they called the penalty on James Williams anyway because he illegally grabbed Fred Coleman.
Wide right. 8 press.
Let's go. Hum, wide right. 8 press on one. Ready?
Going to try to get Avery the ball again and get him outside. Use that speed and quickness, stretch the defense a little bit, and see if this fourth quarter.
San Francisco sitting on one timeout.
Blue 44. Zed Hunt.
Avery. Right to a big hole. John Avery, there he goes. John Avery.
John Avery, hold your breath, man, because he's a human highlight reel.
27 yards for J.A.
Johnny, it's that great vision, the great feet. He sees the hole before the hole is there. Sometimes he sees the hole before it never is there. He plays like a ghost. Sometimes he's just plain spooky. He's so good.
Perez, Lavelle, Murphy, Anderson, Ramirez up front. Avery 108 yards. He sits down now. LaShawn Johnson comes back in.
Black 99. Zed Hunt.
Johnson trying to take it out. They lose the football. LaShawn Johnson has lost it. There's a scramble.
Goes out of bounds. It's still Chicago's ball.
Chicago going to get a huge break. Johnson had it stripped. James Williams knocked it out.
James Williams comes up, does a great job of getting upfield. Strips the ball, then he gets tackled before he gets the ball.
Harper had a chance for it. He couldn't get his hands on it.
It looked like he never had the ball. It looks like he tried to make his cut outside the tackle, and McDougal never gave him a clean handoff.
Let's go. Close it down. Quad right, 0
Lost
draw on
14 yards on that play.
Let's go, let's go.
We're going to come back with a draw play right here.
Block 88.
Avery is back in. He's got it. And he gets a couple, maybe.
No fooling the San Francisco defense on that play.
Greg Powell coming up quickly. Powell replacing Dave Thomas in the starting lineup.
Williams has done a great job. He's been a constant terror on the Demons defense all night long. He's been putting pressure on the quarterback. He's making the big plays, and he's keeping the calm out there.
3rd and 22.
Blue 22.
Clock is running. 2:25 to go in the game. Enforcers convert here. Look out. Trying to dump it off. You got to throw it. No.
You got to just throw that in the dirt. Just throw it in the dirt. You got a receiver out there. You got plenty of time to get rid of it. John Haskins did a great job.
John Haskins getting a charge out of that one. He missed the game earlier with a dislocated shoulder.
And this one, he just got to throw it away there. Kevin, you got to throw it away. John Haskins is playing with a dislocated shoulder he got from Vegas.
All right, Haskins he's fired up.
I should say so.
He's fired up. 2-minute warning. When we come back, the Enforcers will punt, and San Francisco will have one more chance to come back on the Enforcers.
As we're making our way up the hill, I can hear gunshots echoing in the distance.
Hey, there's some Nebraska fans in the house here in Chicago.
Easy.
They love Brian Bosworth in Lincoln. 25-19. We got a game now. A game that was dominated by Chicago in the first half. They led 19-6, but San Francisco has come back. Chicago has to kick it away now, and the Demons are going to get another possession.
And you can tell that the intensity that Chicago started this game with has not carried over to the second half, and it could get them in trouble in this final 2 minutes.
Cunningham comes up, and Cunningham goes down at the 28. So now it's up to the Enforcer defense and the Demon offense, a 29-yard kick, a 2-yard return.
This is that $100,000 drive that the XFL players play for. And Mike Pulowski is the league leader at 64%. He's humming along tonight right here in the second half. They feed off his energy. They need to feed another minute and 50 to get 6 more points. It could come down to the final extra point.
5 wides. Pulaski guns one to the sideline, and he's got James Hunden. Was he in? Yes, he was. Up to the 40. That is a first down. A gain of 13.
He does a good job. He comes over here, he rifles his ball out to the sideline. Then he's got way too big a cushion by Quincy Coleman. Needs to play little target coverage.
Backside, Connie, go Queens out. On one, ready? 50.
11 of his last 13.
Go!
Works in the shotgun again. Cunningham in deep motion.
Over his 90, son! He's outside!
A short pass. I think we're going to have interference. Jimmy Cunningham got rocked in the secondary. The pass was complete to Kelvin Anderson, but outside the 5-yard bump and run, Jimmy Cunningham got clobbered.
Yeah, that's what you got, illegal use of the hands. It also looked like Jimmy Cunningham was a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage by the time that ball got snapped.
He was way past. And at about 15 yards, he got clocked.
And when you got Jimmy to jet in that high motion,
you going Barnes off? Illegal contact. Defense number 27. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down. I'm all right.
50-50.
Yeah, Jason Bray, we think, was the guilty party. So it's a first down for San Francisco.
I think it was 22, John Fisher.
1:37 to go. Pulaski with time. Hums it over the middle, incomplete. Too high for Jimmy the Jet Cunningham.
He also short-armed that, because I think he felt that he was going to be a highlight hits package if he caught that.
You running by him?
Trio, go Ohio, backside Connie. If they give you 2-man, think about possible running.
Trio left. Go 50 Ohio, backside Connie. All right. Gun, Mike, gun.
50 Ohio is where you're going to get full flow with both your backs out in the pattern here. Where everybody's out. You got 5 out.
Blue 90. Dot.
Pulaski flush from the pocket. He runs for his life. He throws, and he's got a completion.
Yes, sir. He just removed his eye from his cue. Number 36, Ray Austin, leads the team in banging the other guys.
Paul Lux, boots and shoes.
Thank you,
Lux.
very much.
Big hit.
I like it.
Oh, that was a rock.
You're going to catch it in my zone. You're going to pay the price.
Jimmy the Jet is fast, but he's not big, Boz. 3rd and 10. Pulaski guns it over the middle. Intercepted. Chicago has the interception.
Dorian Brew comes down with a big one. He's the corner. He's had to play safety because of the injuries. Comes down with the biggest play of the year for Chicago.
And the enforcers are closing in on the $100,000 bonus. 46 seconds to go. Pulaski throws the pick.
These refs suck.
But just throws it over the middle. He throws in triple coverage. I don't know what he expected there. Jimmy's not tall enough to come down with that play. Dorian Brew just plays the center of the field exactly what he's supposed to do. Don't get beat deep. Comes down with the biggest play of Chicago's season.
Ray Meyer.
Even the coaches take part of that $100,000 gift at the end of each and every win for XFL players.
So Chicago has 46 seconds to sit on a 6-point lead.
Dorian Brew, that was a $100,000 interception right there.
That was our goal this game, to come out and win this for the Chicago fans, and it's going to put us right where we want to be, baby. 2,500.
I think this place is getting a little nervous. You proved them wrong, though.
I told him before the game I was going to get one. Just let you know, roll the clip.
Can't get you, baby. Yeah, baby.
They're happy in Chicago tonight. Put 1 in the book, that's 2 on the board. They run 3 more, and they're playing in the postseason. And we get to see them again next week against Birmingham. This team is on fire.
They'll take a kneel down here. San Francisco does have 1 timeout remaining. They'll take it here. At least they should.
I told you again. I can't do it again.
Yeah, there's some woofing going on down there, Buzz.
Got a little barking happening?
There's some, well, not barking. There's only 1 barking dog, but there's some woofing going on.
Whenever you get a big win like this at the end of the season, you can start to feel your season turning around. It's a great feeling because this is a total team effort tonight.
I ain't getting in the hub.
So 36 seconds to go. Chicago leading 25-19. The Enforcers well on their way to their 2nd victory. They'll have won 2 out of their last 3.
Chicago gets to play Birmingham, they get to play New York, and they get to play Orlando to finish the season. That'll be the big game at the end if they can take care of Birmingham and New York next week and the week after.
So the Chicago Enforcers, a 2-point underdog, are going to pull this one out.
That's it. That's the ball game.
And win it 25 to 19.
What's up, baby? How you doing, man?
The Enforcers will stay in the playoff race. They improve to 2-5.
Mike, what'd you see on that last pass there?
Well, they were running cover 2, and I was trying to run a vertical route down the middle, trying to put a ball that only he can get to. Safety's did a good job playing over the top. just a little bit high.
You went over to the referee and said something. Do you think there should have been a penalty called there?
I don't want to talk about it here. They did a good job. They played well tonight.
Now you're in a tough spot. You're in a tough spot now going down the stretch here.
Yeah, we are. We need to refocus and get back together and play better.
McDougal. The standings in the East, Orlando with the loss is 6-1, but they've clinched a playoff spot. The New York Hitmen resurgent at 3-4, the Bolts at 2-5, and the Enforcers at 2-5. Yes, still not out of it. Over in the West, the LA Extreme in the driver's seat at 4-2. The Las Vegas Outlaws right behind. The Demons and the Maniacs blow big opportunities this weekend. If the season ended today, number 2 in the West, number 1 in the East, Las Vegas at Orlando. Number 2 in the East, number 1 in the West, New York at Los Angeles.
John, Everett, you guys are back in the playoff hunt. How about that?
Well, I feel real good. We fought. The fans came out again to support us. Thank you, Chicago. Thank you, baby.
We saw you can sing, you can dance, you ran all over the place. Is there a late-night talk show in the mix for you later on that halftime piece? You got some talent.
I told you when I came here, I don't see no defense. They said they was going to stop me. I never said I was going to do anything. Don't talk to me, because I can back it up.
McDougal, 11 of 14, 175 yards, a touchdown. Avery runs for 110. LaShawn Johnson, 2 touchdowns. A big night for the Chicago Enforcers.
Tell him something's not believing. We'll make it go. The doubt will just get him down front. Well,
That's it, baby.
we're coming all day, buddy. It's on. Oh, it hurt. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad.
Don't forget to join us for the XFL on NBC next Saturday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, when the Memphis Maniacs battle the San Francisco Demons. Then next Sunday, 7 Eastern, the Birmingham Bolts beat the Chicago Enforcers right here on UPN. Once again, our final score, Chicago upsets San Francisco 25-19. For Brian Bosworth, Michael Barkan, and Chris Raggy, I'm Chris Marlowe. So long from Soldier Field in Chicago. You've been watching the XFL on UPN.
You're watching the XFL on UPN.